you guys in Jersey a couple of years ago. I guess it was about a couple of years ago. I don't remember when it was now. You couldn't get Scott out of the dressing room.
Is that right?
For the show, yeah. We were sitting around waiting and waiting and waiting. Maybe it was massage time.
I don't know.
I think that was probably the it was the tour with we did with it had a name. It was
the Beatles.
No. All I know is it was the first time you had played Jersey since getting back together, and it was this big homecoming for the boys, and all of a sudden, Scott wouldn't come out.
Now, listen. Is there going to be a tour around the new album?
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I remember
there is going to be a tour?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No shenanigans?
Oh, yeah.
You'll come out?
You're going to come out? You're going to be there?
No banging on the door? Come on, Scott.
Best show I ever saw was an STP show. I don't know. You guys were on stage. You had the fucking couch, the whole vibe going. It felt like a little bit of a throwback to some of the cool concerts I saw when I was a kid. You're up there. You fucking played. No nonsense. No goddamn pyrotechnics. Just played the music and sang.
Well, once they came out and started playing, they were great that night.
Now that Scott is the greatest when he comes out and sings and he's like moving around and stuff. It's
shaking your cock. Who's getting pussy?
Wait a minute. I told you that night, Howard, that Scott started to take a drink, and then it was time for him to come back in on the vocals, and he spit out what he drank and started singing again. It was great. He's incredible.
That's a real showman. Listen. So who's getting laid? Where are we at with the girls? What's going on? That's what it's all about anyway. Scott, you're still married?
No, I'm not.
Oh, good. So you're going to be out on the road fucking like crazy, I bet.
No,
That'll take the place of the drugs.
Not a real dater.
Not a real cocksman. Is he a real dater? Is he being modest?
It's the Tom Jones of rock and roll, man.
Right. They throw their panties up on stage.
To tell you the truth, I go straight from the stage to my bus.
And how does a fan get to you so they can have sex with you?
It's the bang bus.
I mean, the old days, everyone was banging everyone.
It's like I've dated a couple girls in the last. Mary and I have been apart for over 2.5 years.
Right.
Is that right?
And
who are you dating? Any celebrities?
No.
Oh, come on! You got to hook up.
But I mean,
how are the level of chicks he gets? Are they models?
I've had. I've had, them flown out sometimes.
You do?
For a few days.
Can a random girl go to a Stone Temple Pilots concert and bang one of you guys? That's what I want to know.
Well, what's the marital status of everybody else? Let's get that first.
Let's go to Dean, Robert, and Eric, because girls need to know if they're going to be blowing you, fucking you, doing whatever it is. Boys, tell me
what's to be expected.
Who's married? What's going on? Dean, you go first.
I'm up for a light conversation.
So you're not married anymore?
I'm not married.
You're not married, period. And girls can come backstage and have sex with you?
Or boys.
Boys, too? When did this happen?
Oh, for a while now.
Is that right?
That's what broke up the band.
And also what got
Dean,
them back
is that
together.
true? Do you go for guys? No, you're into girls, right?
Yeah.
I had nothing wrong with a guy here and there. Scott's made out with... I saw Scott... The time I saw Scott on stage, he made out with some dude.
Yeah, it was probably Dean.
It wasn't Dean. Dean threw up.
No, Dean has come over before and like right, and I'm looking at him and just planted one right on my lips before.
So the night I saw you cheated on Dean. What about you two guys? What's going to go on?
I'm married with 2 kids.
Yeah, Eric's married. Robert, what about you?
10 years married. Just had my second son on Friday.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't think
so there won't be sex for you at the concert.
Entertaining women, yeah.
All right, so then it's then it's easy to see who's going to be getting laid. Well, listen, I'm surprised that you guys don't act like rock stars then, right? In other words, it's not a womanizing kind of thing. You have respect for women, this kind of thing?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Chronic masturbator.
That's never really what it's been about. I mean, I think we were a part of the antithesis of that.
That's true.
And
but yet every young man who goes up on stage, it's about the girls. Come on, let's be honest.
Not really.
At some level,
of course. Like when you first start off, and you're in your 20s, you want to experience everything. things.
So it's like joining the circus.
Right.
But
now it's the music. You're musicians.
And then it gets tiresome, you know.
Yeah, I know. Don't I know?
Too many things you can catch these days.
Well, that is true.
Yeah.
It's not
It is
like
scary out
not
there.
like the 70s, man. We had the fortune of coming up through the 70s where you could just do anything and
Bang
everything.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little scary now.
It really is. Yeah,
And there's no more privacy. A lot of phone cameras and
yeah, you can't even cheat on
texting
your
and
wife
tweeting
anymore.
and twatting and
Too much.
Yeah, I hate seeing photos of me hanging by my heels by a chandelier, man.
it's not,
Yeah.
good. Not good anymore.
Well, Stone Temple Pilots' new self-titled album hits stores May 25th. This is a big deal for fans. I don't think they ever thought they'd see the day. I don't think I don't think any of you guys thought you'd see the day again.
I did.
Yeah,
You
we
really did.
I think we all did.
Yeah.
Was it a blow to your ego to have to pick up the phone and call Scott and say, "Well, Scott, come on"? No, you don't care about that.
No.
You did what was good for the band.
No. No, man. It was just, look, we've, as opposed to what everybody thinks and talks about, we never lost contact. We never lost this brotherly love per se for one another. And this, I think
Is that
most
true?
of all,
You weren't angry with Scott for breaking up the band?
He didn't break up the band.
Well, in a sense, he did.
No, man. See, that's the kind of jive.
Is that jive?
It's jive.
All right, that was my perception.
Yeah. No, it's.
What do I know, man?
Let's call it a respite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a prediction. How long till it all falls apart again, guys? Let's be honest. Scott, you go first. How much longer can you tolerate this?
It's not that. It's I think it's the answer is how long can we continue to write music and make records and still feel like that we're contributing and still feel that we're valid?
Well, if you put it that way, I say 7 months. Oh. I'm just trying to ballpark.
That was very close.
Yeah, listen, we hope.
That was over our guesstimation.
Yeah. No, I do. Is there a lot of pressure on you guys with this record in terms of sales? I mean, I know the cool thing to say is no, and we don't give a shit about that. But there is pressure, right? Stone Temple Pilots comes back. The record company probably has all kinds of anticipation with this record. Are you feeling some pressure?
No.
No?
No. I think the pressure was taking on the production ourselves and doing that.
Right.
And once we got over that, I think we achieved what we wanted to achieve.
Because the record business is for shit. I mean, let's face it, guys.
Unless you're a country artist.
Yeah.
Right. Why do country people still buy records? I don't understand.
I don't know.
It's probably the moonshine.
I think
they can't figure out the
They can't figure out that they can go get it out for free on the internet.
That's our new record. STP Goes Country.
Right.
Go shop at Walmart, Best Buy, and those places, and
It's weird. Think how cool it was when you guys came up, and now it's like you got to be on American Idol in order to get heard.
I think we were one of the last bands that were actually a career band.
Yeah.
After that, it was just.
Everything's gone down. Would you ever be on American Idol? No way, right, Scott?
Nope. I did, though, however, go on Nashville Star, Steph and I.
Because you thought it was cool.
I thought it was kind of cool thing, yeah.
Why not get a band psychiatrist? I'm not making a joke.
We tried that one time.
Did you?
Yeah, we both thought the guy was a
Wow.
little snarky.
Yeah, but that's what's good about it, that you thought he was snarky. You take out all your anger on him, let him absorb
Did he come with you on the road?
No,
we met with him.
Actually,
you guys need one to
had
travel with you.
Yeah.
we rented out this massive suite.
You know what? It was actually the guy that Metallica used.
Oh, no
yeah,
kidding.
yeah,
really?
and it was this ridiculous amount of money. And
Really?
What's it cost to have the psychiatrist for a whole band?
$30,000.
What?
Is that right?
It was a lot of money.
yeah,
Oh,
you know,
man.
And then put
For how many sessions?
put him up at the hotel.
Oh, my
we,
God.
so what we decided was when we actually communicate with each other,
But that's the idea.
we get along great, and we understand.
But
We're on
what's the
same
odds
page.
of that happening?
But it's like as you get older, your lives are more complicated. It's like it's not. It's not.
Scott,
just
do you
about
think it's
being
these
in a
guys,
rock
or do you
band.
think it's you?
No, I think it's any band.
Any band they go through. It's true. Most of these bands go through.
Well, I mean, we've been now making records for almost 20 years. I mean,
I wonder why there's so much angst. I can't figure it out.
Do you try talking to somebody like the Rolling Stones to ask them how they do it?
Hello, Stones.
Those guys always pee on my floor when they come over.
Do you guys ever talk to the Stones about how they stay together?
Talk to other bands.
You do talk to other bands?
People.
Who'd you talk to when you were in trouble, when you were in real crisis? What band do you turn to?
Talk to Peter Frampton.
Yeah, Frampton.
He's alone. He's a solo act.
Yeah. That's right. It didn't work out for him. Frampton's camel broke up.
Don was to give a few little tidbits about the Stones and how they managed to keep things together, all these years.
So the psychiatrist was no good. We didn't like him.
Well, how do you really apply that? Because, everybody's so different.
Right.
And everybody's lives are so different. And everybody's situations are so different. I think we've just come, we know one another better than we know our own families, man. We've been shoulder to shoulder for... since we were young.
That's why I get sad when it doesn't work out easily.
Baby.
Yeah, you are. Now listen, I'm going to give you a talking to, especially you, Scott.
How much? 30,000?
This is going to be free. It's going to cost you a dime. That's the kind of guy I am. This is a good thing.
This is a good thing.
Yeah.
And what I'm hearing on this record and the way people are talking, stick with this. There's nothing better than this. You guys are bros. Work out your bullshit. Don't act like a bunch of women. Really.
What do you say?
Robin, what's that mean?
I don't know.
You know exactly what it means.
What are you saying?
Don't make out with each other. That'll break up the whole thing. No, seriously. Go in, work, sit together, have fun, and then call it a day. There's nothing to argue about.
Oh, man.
That's it.
Take
it's
a
the
break.
Secret to
Don't
life.
break up.
You got the greatest thing in the world going. You'll grow creatively together. And if you don't, play all the old songs and make a mint. You'll retire to some fucking island. That's it. Now I'm getting through it, everybody?
Yeah.
What?
I think we all agree with you, but the thing is we are, I'm 42. I'm not, first time I came in here we all came in here.
You were in your 20s.
I was probably 23 or 24. So, your life,
I was 14.
Becomes way more complicated, and being in a band, the band is part of our lives.
You're making it too complicated.
But there's
Scott,
other parts.
You're making it too complicated. It's easy. I'm telling you, it's easy. I've learned the secret.
Scott, can I ask a serious question of
Sure.
Scott for a second?
This hasn't been serious?
What do you think this
serious.
was?
This is an extra
I'm
serious
giving these
question.
guys advice, Jimmy.
Scott, you know that, as an addict or whatever, doing drugs, you can't still drink, right? I mean, you must know that intellectually.
No, actually, most people can't, but I actually am able to do it, and it doesn't. I have not had it. Since I stopped doing dope, I have not had one craving to do dope.
Now, when was that?
So, it was 7.5 years ago.
Is that right?
And then,
Boys, do you want Scott to stop drinking?
7.5 years ago, and then when my brother died, and I got divorced with my wife.
By the way, you did have a couple of rough years between your brother dying and the divorce and all that.
Yeah, and I went on a 3-month coke bender.
Oh, so it hasn't been 7 years.
Well, since I kicked my main habit, heroin, but then that was 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's hard to kick that.
So
it really is. Boys, you want Scott to stop drinking? Let's take a vote right now.
Sure.
You would like it. You would prefer it.
Whatever he wants to do, I'm not going to tell him what.
Right. Let me tell you something. As long as everyone's giving Scott advice, I'm giving you one last bit of advice.
It's not the Mormon Tabernacle
But
Choir.
wait a minute.
I know, right. Listen, Scott.
Just to go down the line that Jimmy went, do you get drunk or do you have a social drink?
Both.
Oh,
It starts out with a social drink and then it's drunk.
So I'll go out to dinner and I'll have a glass of wine.
And then another one?
Sometimes, I'll have a few.
Don't have more than 2. Can we put you on
and
the limit?
not until after 6. Is that what you said?
That's right. That's what I do. 2 glasses, done. I only had 2 drinks at your party.
That's true.
Yeah. And listen.
This may be a different situation, though.
As long as I'm giving you guys advice. Scott, if you have another baby, I understand the whole rationale. No massage in the.
Look,
I'm sorry.
I will not be having any more babies.
Excellent. Because really, who needs a massage? Why no more babies? Are you bitter?
No. I have my 2 children I love more than anything in the world, and
what if you meet a great woman and she wants to have children?
Well, then that will be a problem.
Well, you're goddamn right it will be. Well, if in case that happens, don't get a massage during the birth. That's all I'm telling you. Women resent you for that. Although it's giving me ideas. All right, listen, boys.
Hey, you know what's wild, man? You guys have been doing this a long time. I was coming in here yesterday because, when I was living in Jersey, I had this job that I was delivering sundries and coffee supplies from East Rutherford to Point Pleasant. So I'm going back, man. Amputee dial-a-date.
1980.
Oh, my
Gay stroke. Gay stroke.
Would you say, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Would you say you grew up listening to this show?
Would you say you grew up listening to this show? Because Jimmy said that, and I got really bummed out. I thought Jimmy was old. So you grew up with us, too.
Yeah.
I thought Jimmy was 67 years old.
I was in a van all day. That was my gig. And just, you guys would come on. And
It's like, what, 80, 81?
Yeah, like 81.
Right, 81 we were at NBC.
At NBC in the afternoon, yeah.
And just,
gay stroke.
I remember hearing it for the first time.
I
was 14 in 81, Robin.
In the world,
14.
Gay stroke, very big production. Absolutely.
So, but what's really beautiful is, like, here we all are, 20 years later.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
That's what I'm saying, and we're all doing well, and let's stick together.
Yeah.
Listen, Robin and I have had our ups and downs, but always kept the band together.
That's right. We didn't leave.
Scott, I need you to do this. You are the leader, I feel.
Well, everyone's got
we're giving you the
their own
power
role.
to keep this together. Right, boys?
Yes.
You got to make the band a priority.
This is magic what the 4 of you guys do.
This is definitely a priority.
We got to keep the band a priority.
Ask my kids. They think it's too much of a priority.
Uh-oh.
Do they think you're ignoring them?
No, they think that they when you get a call when you've been on tour for a while and your youngest one's crying, saying, "Can you come home tomorrow?" and you still have 2 weeks more to go, 3 weeks more to go, it's pretty rough.
Well, do what Van Halen did and teach a kid to play the bass and fire one of the other guys.
9 or a 7-year-old.
Why not?
Wow.
Yeah, don't teach your kid how to play any instruments.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, boys. I wish you the best. I am a huge fan of yours, and I love you guys. And I'm happy to see you together. I didn't think it would happen. Quite frankly, no one on this planet thought it was going to happen. The chance of seeing aliens from another planet was quite frankly more likely. I like this. This is a big step.
Oh, there are aliens from another planet.
Listen, Scott, you've lost a lot of credibility over the years with that one. Dan Aykroyd, I barely believe, with the alien shtick. You think they're aliens from another planet?
Let's say, I was riding up front with a bus driver, and we were going through New Mexico.
And you weren't drinking?
And both of us,
all right,
for about a minute, watched these 4 lights. And they were just doing bizarre things. It could have been...
Were you getting a massage at the time? No, you were totally straight?
Yeah, the bus driver couldn't give me a massage and drive at the same time.
But you're saying you were totally straight, you saw these 4 lights, and then what happened?
Abduction ass probe.
You say your ass was probed by an alien? What happened?
They put their big hickory dichotomies in.
They were gone.
Did you guys hear the ass probe sound effect? That was pretty good.
You never know. I mean, it's like what you never know exactly what it might be.
So you believe. You are a believer.
And what did the rest of the guys say about the alien sighting?
They said it was a McDonald's in Paris.
No, it was. It was just my driver and I. Because I was sitting up front with him.
Right. He's in Creedmoor now, that driver, right? Listen, Scott, I love you. I love you. I don't care how many aliens you see, as long as the band stays together. That's all I'm interested in.
Fuck the band. I want to work here.
Who doesn't? Listen, STP, those 3 little letters mean big music. And I love it. And I'm going to take this album, I'm going to analyze it, I'm going to listen to it, I'm going to be playing tracks from it. Scott, the aliens are calling.
Yeah,
Now,
they're calling.
By the way, that's my band.
Stone Temple Pilots. Tell them the story of the Stone Temple Pilot.
Of
The Aztec, the astronaut. Stone Temple Pilot. You were the one that told me the story that there is.
I say you stop drinking, Scott.
Aztec temple,
Right.
and Eric had actually. You told me you read something, and there was this thing in there that it looked exactly like an astronaut, and they call it. It's called by two names: the Stone Temple Pilot and the astronaut.
Yeah, they think those were the visitors who originally came to the planet and blah, blah, blah. I still say if there were aliens, they would come here and visit. I mean, I don't know why they haven't shown themselves. I don't know why they're all... Yeah, I don't know why they're hiding. I mean, that's my theory. But I don't believe there's life anywhere in the universe except right here.
I think that's kind of a selfish way of looking at things.
Yes,
So.
I'm extremely selfish, and you should know that.
You hit on to something, Scott.
You finally woke up to my true nature. Scott, I love you, boys. Listen, the Stone Temple Pilots, Scott, Dean, Robert, and Eric, what a band. What a history.
Thank you,
I'm
Howard.
proud
Thank
to be
you, Howard.
a little part of it just by having been able to interview you.
Oh, look at everybody doing the Vulcan sign.
You should only see a camera in here right now.
It's a room full of nerds.
Bunch
We
of
think
geeks.
they're rock stars.
That should be your sign. Whenever things start to go wrong, to live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper, boys. That's all I'm going to say. I know there's going to be trials and tribulations out on the road. I know there's going to be ups and downs. But let's stay together. We are bros. If there's any problem, you call me. I'll straighten things out.
You'll do an intervention?
I will do an intervention.
You'll come to the scene?
The only one Scott listens to is me. You know that. He behaves around me for some reason. I don't even know what. I don't know why. Why is it, Scott? What am I, a father figure or some kind of weird thing like that?
I don't know.
I think you're afraid of me or something.
I'm definitely not afraid of you.
Yeah. What is it? What is it with me and you? Why are you listening to me?
You know what? I think from the very first time we came here, you actually, even though you make your jokes and that, you gave us a lot of respect, and
I sure do.
And your crew gave us a lot of respect, and all the people that work with you on your show, and so, you know, it's fun being here.
It sure is.
You're a good guy.
It's great having you here, and I love you guys. And everyone go get the new album, the new self-titled album.
All
And if you
right.
want any kind of information and tour dates, you go to StoneTemplePilots.com. And that's it. What can I say? I wish you boys the best.
Thank you, Howard.
Thank you,
And
Howard.
we'll be back right after
Thank
these
you, Jimmy.
words. Jimmy, yes.
So guys, how'd it go today?
Very good, very good.
It's good to be back on the show.
Yeah, just not this early in the morning.
It's too early for you.
Yeah, she was 9 p.m. Then.
So how are you really stoked that you guys are back together and, gave you guys some advice? What do you think about that?
I think he's got a second career as being a therapist.
It's always good to live by the book of Howard. That's all I got to say.
All right, guys, thanks for stopping by.
All right, take care.
The talk of the town. He is the toast of the town.
The toast.
They're toasting him already.
The burnt toast.
He was on the Joe Buck HBO premiere talk show, the first talk show in Joe Buck's,
Joe Buck's 2 Live.
Joe Buck Live.
Right.
You know, they're making a big deal about Artie's language on the show, and it's weird to me because, you know, they have the cat house, like prostitutes
Yeah,
fucking
but
guys.
HBO's schizophrenic like that.
Yeah.
You know, like on certain shows, you're not supposed to do it, and somehow you're supposed to know which shows are for cursing and which shows aren't.
What about Sex in the City?
Right.
They used to, I mean, the stuff on that show offended me.
But then they'll have
No, it
something
didn't.
like the Bob Costas show, which never had any cursing in it.
I know, but they said, okay, I mean, they said do anything you want.
Well, I think they're schizophrenic in the sense that I think Joe Buck was going for more of a Letterman-esque kind of talk show where they talk sports and hang out. And
Right, because if you watched it, it was the Costas show. There was never any cursing.
I do believe, though, that these guys, when they booked you on the show, you know, sort of thought that you would be a talk show guest in the in keeping with your Letterman appearances and your Conan appearances and stuff like that. I think they probably were really blown out by the language, but nevertheless,
they should have said something. Right. They shouldn't have said "go to town."
They gave me no guidelines. Listen, I mean, this is crazy. I did an interview with the New York Times yesterday. Like,
about this?
Yeah.
Well, it's a big story in the sense that you went on, and HBO is now upset with you.
Right.
Oh dear.
And in fact, I was reading the paper today. They've blacklisted Artie from HBO Sports, which
wow.
I don't think.
Well, geez, Artie, I'm sorry for you.
I don't know how that would affect your career, but maybe it would. I don't know.
Look, me blacklisted from anything could affect my career, sure.
The HBO Sports Department was a major plank.
Here's the article. HBO wipes hands of Artie. Artie Lang meet the HBO blacklist. Lang, Howard Stern's radio sidekick, is persona non grata at HBO Sports after his profanity-laced segment on Monday's premiere of Joe Buck Live. I tell you what, I never knew who Joe Buck was. Now I do.
Yeah, I mean,
there's something good that came out of this.
Sure.
He can do, he can go do as many Howard Stern shows as he likes, but he will no longer appear on HBO Sports or Joe Buck Live, HBO Sports President Ross Greenberg told the Post yesterday.
Wow.
Well, that's the greatest news ever. I can do as many Howard Stern shows as I want.
How does Ross know that you can do as many shows as you want?
When did he get to get permission to do this show?
He's executive producing this show.
He's the president of Hollywood.
Howard, if that's true, and you make that decision, I couldn't be happier about.
We don't have any interest in his world. That's a quote from Mr. Greenberg.
You have your own world.
Lang appeared with actor Paul Rudd, barely. Paul Rudd didn't get a word in.
But they weren't trying. Did you see them struggling for words?
No,
Howard, they
had a good time.
They went, they both loved it. If you watch it, the crowd is guffawing. Like Michael Irvin is laughing. Like, look, I'm not going to say this about a normal appearance, but I have to defend myself. Like Jimmy Kimmel texted me yesterday. He said, "Dude, that appearance was epic. They should have you back on every night."
Like, you should be his sidekick. Somebody said to me there should be the Artie and Joe Buck show.
Yeah, I mean, so Ross Greenberg has, I mention him a lot in this New York Times. I don't know if the New York Times thing ran at all, but he sounds like a moron. He gave me no guidelines, and he knows what I do. He read my book. He saw my stand-up. Can someone explain to him why I wouldn't do what I did on Letterman? It's CBS, it's Letterman, and quite frankly, I have a lot more respect comedically for David Letterman than I do Joe Buck.
Lang, discussing his appearance on yesterday's Howard Stern show, said Greenberg told him to go nuts if the discussion flagged. So go fuck yourself. I don't care how important you are in the business, Lang said to Greenberg. That's regrettable, Greenberg fired back. I said to him prior to the show that we need your energy if things get boring. He misconstrued that. I didn't mean that we needed this, which was a far cry from energetic. It was a mean-spirited, vitriolic diatribe with guttural language.
Howard, take away the first thing I said, okay?
Right.
And which was just a crazy joke that is the first time the audience reacted to anything, okay?
Right.
And the kid Jason next to me started whooping it up afterwards. Whoa, and the place went nuts. Then after that, it really was just me and Joe ribbing each other, and I told a story about his father. And I mean, that was really, that's what I did, and everything killed. I mean, But look, I don't care if I'm ever on HBO ever again.
Right.
This is the show that sells tickets to there's guys who have HBO stand-up specials that open for me on the road. I mean, that's the truth, because I'm on the Stern Show. I mean, I don't care, Ross. I really just don't care.
All right. Let's see. So Artie, who ever since he got off heroin is very energetic, appeared on a bunch of shows.
He is Mr. Energy.
Tim Sabian called me and asked me to call into Chris Russo. I wouldn't have done that.
Well, you can do sports with Chris.
Yeah, right. and
I heard that, by the way.
You heard it, Fred?
Oh, yeah, I heard that, by the way. He's not your friend.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Russo was, he was doing...
I didn't think Russo was... I thought you might have overreacted to Russo, and I'll tell you why.
I definitely think
listening,
so, too.
I haven't heard the whole thing. We'll play it now. He thought you weren't funny. So you say, well, some people think I'm funny and some people don't.
Okay, he had an issue with the language too, and I just explained that I said, well, look,
but
Chris,
you got so angry with Chris. It was like saying, who cares what Chris thinks, whether you're funny or not? Just be like, you know what? I thought I did well. That's the only person I answered.
Well, I was told that he was bashing me for a while. Well, that's what I was told. Tim said you got to call in.
Tim wanted you to react to what was being said.
Tim asked me to call in.
And then Artie slammed this guy, Mike Francesco. Turns out Mike was defending Artie. You were on fire.
Oh, dear.
Well, I've been wanting to slam Francesco for a while. He gave me a bad tip on a couple of college games here.
Well, that's very understandable. So, anyway, let me play you the Artie. What was Artie busy with yesterday?
Yeah,
page.
How many shows yesterday?
I'm going to get you a bunch of clips here. What page is that again, Gary? The Artie page.
Artie has his own page.
JD page 1. Okay. All right. Here's Artie versus Mad Dog. What about that first clip? Can I pass on that one and just get right to this?
Pass on the first clip.
Okay. Here's Artie versus Mad Dog. The two of them going at it yesterday.
People guffawed laughing. They don't laugh. They laugh politely if they have to. People were barreled over laughter. Watch the fucking tape.
Artie, I'm a big fan. You were not funny.
And
I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of yours, Artie. I watched. You were not funny. That was not a funny set. That was not a funny 8 minutes.
I'll tell you what, Chris, I'm a big fan of yours about sports, but you don't know shit about being funny. When you're funny, it's funny when...
Artie, I'm not trying to be funny. You tried to be funny, and you weren't funny.
Exactly. I was trying to be funny, and I was funny. Howard Stern thought I was funny.
We all know.
I got texts from people I barely know. Jimmy Kimmel sent me a text saying that appearance was epic. It was the best thing I've ever seen. It was hilarious, and they're going to have you back. Every funny person I know thought I was funny. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. Chris, I love
Billy Crystal, Artie, Billy Crystal didn't think you're funny, and Billy Crystal's better than Jimmy. And Billy Crystal is bigger. Billy Crystal is bigger than Jimmy Kimmel. And Billy Crystal did not think you were funny.
Billy Crystal, let me tell you about Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal hates Howard because Howard busts his chops. Billy Crystal's funny, but he's an uptight prick. He's a politically correct, uptight bastard. He's an egomaniac. We've sent out Stutter and John to ask him questions. We play a tape. Oh, Howard's not funny. He says, I think Billy Crystal is unbelievably talented. Wait. Let me talk. I think Billy Crystal is unbelievably talented. His stand-up is unreal, but he's full of himself, and he's taking it too far. I'm a Yankee fan like him. Now he thinks he's Mr. Big Shot, Mr. Pretentious, Mr. I Meet the President, so I don't give a fuck what he thinks is funny. I give a fuck what my fans think are funny, and they thought it was funny, Chris.
Artie.
And I don't care if you think it's funny either, even though I'll listen to you talk about the Jet-Giant schedule and what the record's going to be, but don't tell me about being funny, and I won't tell you about...
Well, but Artie, you need a guy. You tell me about sports. You're allowed. I mean, I don't say, well, I don't know. What does Artie know about sports? I don't say that. So why should you say that about me about why I can't judge a comedian? What, you're allowed to judge your sports and I can't judge a comedian?
You're entitled to your opinion, but I don't respect your opinion about comedy. I tell you about sports, and a lot of times I'm wrong, and if you tell me I'm wrong, I'll believe it. Chris, I love you, man. You know I'm a huge fan of yours, but you're wrong about this. I was funny, and look at the audience. They guffaw.
You can't judge.
Michael, wait, Chris.
Oh, hold on now. Let me get this straight. Artie, let me get this straight. I'm not allowed to judge your comedic value, but Michael Irvin can. Is that the way it's supposed to work? I can't judge it, but if Michael Irvin laughs, you must be funny. Michael Irvin doesn't know anything.
Chris, you could judge whatever you want. And Michael Irvin to judge whatever you want. I don't give a fuck about it either way. I'm just saying one's right and one.
Well, hold on. You brought up Michael Irvin 4 times and he thought it was funny. Well, why should Michael Irvin be able to judge it? I can't. That doesn't work. Michael Irvin's not a comedian. Well, why can't he's a football player. A retired one at that.
I'll tell you what.
He's got no credibility with comedy.
Chris, you gonna let me talk?
Yes, go ahead. You got to answer the question, though.
Because, Chris, I met Michael Irvin, and quite frankly, he's funnier than you are. That's how it is. You're funny, and you don't...
Michael Irvin can't get a job in the media business. ESPN fired Michael Irvin. Nobody wants Michael Irvin on. You're making Michael Irvin's a big talent in the broadcasting field?
Why the fuck was he on?
Because he's a Hall of Fame. receiver, Artie. You think he's on because he's funny?
And I'm on Joe Buck Live because I'm on a Hall of Fame radio show. How'd that sound, motherfucker?
Well, that's different, Artie. We're not talking about... Forget Stern. Forget Stern. We're talking about your appearance as far as humor is concerned and about language and about all those things. How about going on, Buck, last night and use better language and not make everybody cringe in America?
And being boring and nobody cares. Would you be talking to me right now if I went on and talked like Carol Burnett for fucking an hour or some other fucking jerk off you think is funny like Bob Hope? You're talking to me right now because of what I did.
Is Bob Uecker funny?
Is Bob Uecker funny?
Yeah, Bob Uecker funny?
I think Bob Euchre's hilarious.
Okay, does Bob Uecker use bad language?
Off the air.
No, in his jokes, does he use bad language, Artie? The answer is no.
What the hell is he talking about?
Chris, you're caught up in the 1940s, brother. I'm a Richard Pryor fan. I'm a George Carlin fan. I love Sam Kinison. I love guys who were on the edge. You don't. It's a difference. Howard Stern. And don't bullshit me, man. I used to listen to you and Mike and Mad Dog, and you guys would always talk when you were kissing Imus's fucking old ass. You would go, oh, Howard works blue. I don't work blue. I grew up listening to Howard, man. I work blue. And Joe Buck knew that, and he got it, and the fans fucking loved it, and today people are talking about his show because of it.
The one thing I don't understand, maybe you know this and clear it up, Artie. When did Billy Crystal comment on Artie's appearance?
I don't know.
Never.
Russo seems to be aware of something no one else. Maybe they had a personal conversation.
Are they close, Billy Crystal and Mad Dog?
I have no idea.
Howard.
That is so funny.
Howard, listen.
I got more, by the way.
I know, but listen, I am a fan of Russo because he's real. He's really a geek. Like, I mentioned Norm Macdonald to him, and he said, the guy on Cheers, Norm.
No.
You know what I mean? So he doesn't know anything about
outside of sports
or modern day stuff.
It wasn't his cup of tea.
Right, exactly. But he was yelling at me too, Howard. I mean, I was yelling back.
Michael Irvin thought it was funny.
He did.
That was fun. Chris is a funny guy.
He is funny.
When he starts yelling, he's just funny.
I love when two guys argue over whether they were funny or not. It's the best. I mean, I've gotten caught up in that crap.
Was the best. He's a football player.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I mean, exactly. Well, whoever's in the audience, when you're a comic, you're just happy anyone's laughing, man, you know.
It seems like you're getting caught up lately in a lot of fights with people, a lot of agitation. I'm worried about you, honestly.
Honestly, Howard, I'm fine. I really am. But people are fucking with me.
But I don't know. You think everyone's fucking with you?
No. I'm fine now.
You are?
And I'm in therapy, and it's starting
to work. It's working.
Did you talk to your therapist about this?
I have a shrink session today, and
good. How long?
I love the guy. He's finally back from his honeymoon.
How many hours is the session today?
It's going to be about an hour and a half because I have a book signing tonight, so I have to calm down.
Right.
But I have so much anger in me. I do. I have anger in me,
really do.
and I'm working on it.
Okay. What is it, Fred?
I have a couple of thoughts. Book a triple session, number one.
You got it, Fred.
And number two, I heard that exchange yesterday, and in my opinion, Russo has no credibility whatsoever to judge who's funny and who is not.
No, you're missing the point.
But it's his opinion on
He's commenting on what he thought was funny.
But the difference in the argument, too, is he's commenting directly on what Artie does for a living as opposed to what's funny, and Artie's not commenting on what he does. What if Artie would have come out?
He does. Artie says
I don't say he does a bad
Artie
job.
says he's a fan.
I don't say he does, but what if he called in and says, I don't think you're doing a particularly
He says
good show
he likes
today.
Artie, he's a fan, but he didn't think this performance was his best.
I think that's a nice little cop-out when people want to say something shitty about you. They preamble it with,
I agree.
You know, I'm a fan, but... He sounds like that guy, Mark Krisky.
Look,
Howard, I
he
was
gave his
on...
opinion.
Right.
Quite frankly, who cares what Mad Dog's opinion
I agree with
is?
it, but
Artie did his thing.
I just want to say one thing. Also, his opinion is colored because his favorite comedian is Carol O'Connor.
Yeah.
And that's not even a joke.
Well, I mean, you know, Carol O'Connor is a great actor, but exactly, he doesn't know what he's talking
the
about.
Second point, I listened long after Artie had his meltdown on the air, and he admitted, I believe he admitted he didn't even see it.
Oh, so then how could he comment?
You know what? That's the beauty of Chris.
He did not see the show.
Mad Dog didn't see the. Did he watch the performance on YouTube or something?
No,
he either watched it on YouTube or he heard the tapes.
Or Billy Crystal called him.
He did not see the show.
Billy Crystal called him from the movie
Chris,
set.
I'll apologize ahead of time, but I believe it was about maybe a half hour, an hour afterwards you admitted you didn't see the show.
I just like that Billy Crystal is discussing this with Mad Dog.
It would have been nice if Billy Crystal could have said it in his own words.
Hey, Howard.
Yes.
First of all, before a Springsteen concert, I went on Mad Dog's show a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And what I did on the Joe Buck show compared to what I did on Chris Russo's show looked like Romper Room. I mean, and he hugged me afterwards and said, that was great. I loved it. I mean, this is satellite radio. I am a dirty comedian. I admit that. I'm not as smart as Jerry Seinfeld, I guess. I'm not as smart as...
But when you go on, let's say, Letterman or Conan, you do not work dirty. You're able to do both.
I can do both,
That's
yeah.
right.
But on HBO, I figured, what the hell? Let it loose, man.
Right.
Why not?
All right, here's Artie versus Mad Dog round 2.
Oh, boy.
Artie, can we calm down with the language on that kind of show? Can we do that?
Listen, it's HBO, Chris. I will never listen to you with comedy advice, okay, buddy? You pick up my DVD, I curse like crazy. It's rated NC-17.
But I know when I buy your video. Artie, I know when I buy...
I'm not going to your fucking kid's 8th birthday party.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Turn off HBO? I know if I buy your video, I know what I'm getting. I know when I sit there and buy your book, I know what I'm getting.
It's HBO. Artie Lang's on HBO. What do you think? You're going to hear me through a psalm from the Bible? You got to be... Are you that stupid?
You can't calm down. Artie, you can't calm down. Artie, you can't calm down a little bit?
You can't calm down a little bit right now either?
I'm fine. You can't calm down a little bit, Artie?
You're not fine. You're not fine. You know what, Chris? No, I like to go over the line. I like to shock. I like to be funny. I like creating uncomfortable shit, and I love conversations like this. This sells books, man. I'm a businessman, too. My book went through the... I'm #1 on the Google Trends today. I don't give a shit about shit that much, except I want to be funny in my own way. I'm not censoring myself for anybody. This is like Lenny Bruce shit, man. Lenny Bruce got arrested, so I'm allowed to curse on HBO, and I'm going to fucking honor that. Howard Stern went through hell to be able to get me to... Howard Stern got FCC fines. Howard Stern's the reason you're allowed to talk like this on the radio right now, and I'm going to honor that.
I'm not using bad language, Artie. Artie, listen, I love Howard. I don't use bad language during a talk show.
You love Howard. There was different shit going on a few years ago with you and your fat fucking...
Oh, we got to leave Mike alone, Artie. Please, that's not fair. Don't get on Mike. It's not his fault.
Mike's fat ass is giving me shit. I saw Mike once at a Knick game. I couldn't believe they didn't sell him 3 seats. His ass was so fucking...
Oh, Artie, come on, don't pick on Mike. What did Mike do? Mike didn't do anything to you.
I'm not picking on Mike, but he's picking on me, so I'm hitting...
Well, when is he picking on Artie?
Chris, let me tell you something. I'm from the streets. You hit me, I'm hitting you back.
When did Mike pick... In 20 years that I was with Mike, he never mentioned you once. When did Mike pick on you?
I got a bunch of phone calls saying Francesa's trashing you, so guess what?
Did you... Artie, did you hear it yourself, or are you going by what your friend told you?
Oh, right. I'm sure my friend would call me up.
Well, I mean, people like to cause... Artie, people like to cause dissension. Yes, friends will call up. Yes, friends will say... People say things to get a reaction. That's what people do.
Chris, don't teach me about radio. I know people make shit up, but there's no way. I guarantee you Francesa gave me shit, just like you're giving me shit.
Not in 20... Artie.
I give a fuck about Francesa. I give a fuck about you, so I'm calling in. That's it. I mean, I don't have proof, but you know what? Whether I have proof or not, Francesa...
listen, here's what I'd say.
Listen, one thing. Whether I have proof or not, Francesa still has a big fat ass.
No, I mean, listen, heavy. I'll buy that, but 19 years, and I worked with Mike for 19 years. He never said a word about it. He never.
I know. That's not what I'm talking about.
Well, the last 8 months, if he said something, I don't know that.
He didn't say a word about me because I'm not famous enough. But today I made news in his fucking world, so he said something. So I'm
I said something. So now you didn't tell me that. You said something today? You said something?
Yeah, I just tried to, but you keep screaming like a crazy person, like Bruce just started playing Prove It All Night. I mean, shut the fuck up and listen. Francesa trashed me today, so I'm trashing him back.
Oh, I didn't realize. Well, you didn't say. I didn't hear you say. Nobody heard you say today. I thought you meant over the years.
Because you're screaming too loud like a fucking broad. Calm down.
So then Artie was done and then called Bad Dog back to apologize to Francesa.
First of all, I don't know what happened because 40 people told me Francesa trashed me, and then a caller called up and said that he didn't. So no, I don't know what happened exactly.
So here's Artie apologizing.
Calling back with an apology.
By the way, Howard,
yeah.
That was the most ridiculous conversation I've ever heard.
Crazy.
It was
Artie, go ahead.
Chris, I'm sorry. Listen, the guy who just called up and said Francesca actually thought I made the show good, now I feel bad because I made the mistake of listening to a friend. I apologize to Francesca. I don't know the guy, but I'll tell you what, he's right. It was a bore fest. It was a snooze fest, and maybe I thought I had to hit a home run instead of a double to right, so maybe I turned it up a notch. And again, this is where people are wrong. I didn't call Buck a cocksucker. That's not what I did. I would never do that. I made a joke about a website. I would never call him a cocksucker, all right? It's a difference of opinion. I'm sorry to Francesca, but Francesca's right, Chris. It was a bore fest until I started talking. And I'll tell you what, I don't think I'm Richard Pryor. I know I'm not that good, but I do what I do, and I'm trying to make a living. I went on there, and I did it. And a lot of people who I respect, including Howard and Howard's honest, man. If Howard thought I sucked, he would say I sucked.
Howard didn't even see it, right?
Howard saw it and listened to it, of course.
He saw it live, or did he see it after the show was on?
No, he saw it afterwards. But he watched it. He watched the whole thing. And look at it. Chris, look at it. Buck is laughing when I'm doing his father. They cut to the audience. They're not laughing in a fake way. Michael Irvin's now. Both of the kids next to me are laughing, Chris. I know you don't like it, but look, we have a difference in opinion. I apologize to Mike. I did what I had to do. I'm trying to make a living here, brother. I'm trying to avoid becoming a longshoreman again. And I tell you what, I'll keep doing it if it sells books, but not just because of that, because it's true to whatever. You want to call me an artist? I don't think I am, but I'm true to this the way Richard Pryor was true to his honest comedy. I will always do this, and I'll always listen to you, Russo. I won't bother you again. I love you. I'm going to keep listening. Thanks for taking my call.
Artie feels bad now.
Artie was feeling bad, and is it true Mike Francesco really had to buy 3 seats at the stadium?
Well, it's expensive, too.
Right.
$2,000 a seat.
Well, there you go. I mean, you must be a little bit worn out, huh?
I am, Howard.
You're yelling and screaming and
I feel a fraction of what it must be like to be you when you get a lightning rod of stuff. It's like, I mean, the New York Times called me. I mean, there's a war on.
You're like Crazy Alice. You're yelling and screaming on all these radio shows.
Well, I mean, again, I would never...
Has he become Crazy Artie?
Crazy Artie.
Shut the fuck up, Crazy Artie, motherfucker. Fuck you, motherfucker. Chris Russo, fucking cocksucker. You ain't no Italian. You ain't no Italian. Fuck you, half Fred.
You suck dick, don't you?
You suck dick, don't you?
I'm a Dutch cocksucker.
Listen, Howard, I wouldn't have called. I wouldn't have called if Tim asked me to call.
What I thought was really wild was that HBO now on their website bleeped the entire thing. Like
they have bleeps in it?
They're uptight about the language that was used.
I guess their sports area is where they don't curse.
I guess. I don't know. Well, I think they want to be, they're a little schizophrenic, as you said. They want to be a bunch of different things, HBO Sports and HBO Regular, and, they're the dirty channel.
Here's the crazy thing, Howard, and I've said this before on the air, I am such a fan of HBO Sports. Their documentaries, Thrill in Manila, like, they are, Liev Schreiber does all of the narration. They did a thing about the Oakland A's and the Raiders in the 70s. It's one of my favorite things ever. I own it. I love HBO Sports. I love Bob Costas.
They don't love you.
But they don't love me. So there's a lot of people I love who don't love me, by the way.
Right.
But anyway, let me just say, and I told this to the New York Times last night. Here's exactly what Ross Greenberg said to me, okay? And I'll tell you what Joe Buck said to me, too. And there's witnesses to this. He said it in front of a few people. And he's not going to like this, and I don't agree with this, but this is what he said. He said, look, Art, with a big smile on his face. Ross Greenberg.
Okay.
With a big smile on his face, he comes up to me and he goes, listen, man, if these two guys get boring, you go in there and put in some energy, and you're the cleanup guy, Right. And he said, if these two guys get boring,
right.
And Paul Rudd, who is a talented guy, and
Greenberg claims that what he meant by
I didn't say go nuts.
Right.
I said go nuts. That was right. He didn't say go nuts. He said
give
if these two guys give him some energy. Now, Joe Buck in the green room in front of a bunch of people said to me, listen, give it to me, man. Let me have it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He said, let me have it, man. That's what this is
like
about.
Like roast him, kind of.
Yeah, well, no, he just said, let me have it. I don't know what I mean. And so if you say that to me on HBO, what does he think's going to happen?
I don't know.
I guess you're right. The first thing was a little strong, But then I made, I told a touching story about how much I loved his father.
Right, well, listen,
Everybody forgot that, Artie.
I know.
That's right, Art. I was reading a guy named Tommy Craig's column in I think this is from Miami, but I don't know. I don't know where he writes a column, and he said that he thought that Joe Buck's phony outrage over Joe Buck's show is ridiculous, that having Artie on
He invited Artie.
He invited Artie. Artie was wild, and that's what they could have expected. And Joe Buck now distancing himself from his own show is sort of a wild thing in itself, that this is your show, and you kind of wanted this, and now you're conveniently saying you didn't want it. HBO took Artie's appearance off of YouTube, and they had it removed.
YouTube?
Yeah, off of YouTube because they had it removed. I didn't hear the rest of these, though. There's a couple other shows, I guess, that commented on Artie. This is the Dan Patrick radio show from here at Sirius, I guess.
Well, I guess that, Gary's happy because they stopped talking about the pitch.
Yeah.
Well, at least I did something manly. No, I was offensive.
Before we dive into Brett Favre's appearance last night on the Joe Buck show, the Joe Buck / Artie Lang show on HBO.
It's a good show, the Favre, and then the nice piece on David Wright, and then that great segment with Paul Rudd, who's hysterical, and Artie Lang, and some guy.
Paul Rudd wasn't hysterical.
Well, he only had 2 words.
Paul Rudd was there?
Yeah, I think he said, "Hi, Joe," and that was it.
It was a hijacking last night.
Yes, it was.
Brutal.
Yes, it was.
Brutal but transfixing TV.
I was not turning the channel. There's no doubt about that, but I've never felt more uncomfortable or sorry for a host in my entire life.
Oh. But what do you expect with Artie Lang? This is a comedian with Howard Stern, and Artie's off heroin, and if you listen to the show, Artie never shuts up anymore. He's got 1,000 things to say, and I think he probably got on and said, hey, you know what? This is kind of boring here. Let me liven this up.
Exactly.
He pulled a Howard, like when Howard did that to Arsenio Hall, and he's done it to other places, but they went to him, and the first thing he said to Joe Buck, I can't even come close to repeating on the air, but poor Joe looked like, I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, he was shell-shocked.
Yeah, I think that and probably had his family there. That's a big thing. It's his first show. It's HBO. He wants to get into the entertainment field and can host one of these shows. And
some producer in the back room in the early planning was like, you know what? Why don't we go a little crazy? Let's get a guy a little risque. How about Artie Lang?
Artie Lang, I hear all the kids like him.
Yeah, it'll be great.
He's edgy. Yeah, that'll be good. But I think what he made the mistake of maybe waking Artie up a little bit, and he started to give him a little bit of grief. As a host, you got to be careful if you're going to pick your battles with a comedian, a stand-up comedian who's just going to fire back. I mean, Artie's used to doing this every single day of his life. And I think that's where Joe found out, especially the websites that Joe apparently goes.
Joe's 10 and 15-year-old sons, by the way, were in the audience.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
I wasn't told that.
Oh, dear.
Why would that have mattered?
Well, you know what?
Maybe. They're a little less innocent today.
Lang, you would have thought that he went on kicking and screaming, like he didn't want to go on the show. That's the feeling I got. It's like, I don't want to be here. And I'm just going to start taking shots. I'm bored. I'm going to start taking shots.
And the funniest part was he just says some really off-color stuff for about 2 minutes. And he goes, but, Joe, I love your father. He's a great broadcaster, one of the best, old-school guy, didn't take any BS. And starts complimenting his father, but still throwing in swear words as he's complimenting him.
I thought it was Joey Buttafuoco when I first tuned in. I did. I saw Artie. I went... Is that? It's Artie. I thought it was Joey Buttafuoco there.
Hey, Marie, you're on the air in El Paso.
Hi, Howard.
Hi.
I love you.
Love you.
I just wanted to say, Artie, because I was a big Jackie fan, and so Artie's kind of humor, it's always been something that I don't really get or I don't really understand, but it's always kind of been like he's not really himself, and I think it was the drugs. And I've been in rehab. I've just been out of rehab for like a month. And I know exactly what he's going through because, I'm now myself, being a bitch and, shouting at people. And you know what I mean? You're being yourself, Artie. And that's what I really, really appreciate about your humor now, is that you're being honest. and that's what makes it really funny.
Okay,
No,
I guess
she likes you.
That was a weird turn, but thank you, sweetie.
She back into it.
I wonder how many times HBO will rerun this disgraceful episode.
I don't know. It sounds like they're bleeping it, but it is on their website. It's still there.
I know it's bleeped somewhere. Some people write me letters now about this whole thing,
and can I say something?
I'm trying to understand it, and I think somewhere it's bleeped, and YouTube took it off. That's what I know.
I don't know why YouTube would take it off, but they don't
take anything off.
HBO had it removed from YouTube somehow.
They don't want people seeing the unbleeped version.
Yeah.
One other thing about my intent. I was excited to be invited to that. That's a big deal for me. And a live HBO. It is for an HBO. I mean, I got a book out. It's an HBO show. Brett Favre and Michael Irvin are Hall of Fame guys, or Favre will be. And, I didn't go there to do anything but try to make the show good and be funny. Joe Buck was very nice to me. He's a big fan of this show, and I didn't go on and try to hijack anything.
What was it like after you, when you were leaving? Did he shake your hand?
He shook my hand and said, "Great job, man. That was great." And
you weren't ushered out by cops or anything like that.
I mean, look, every one of the crew guys hugged me and said that was the greatest thing ever. I mean,
Joe Buck himself. What did Greenberg do?
I didn't see Greenberg on the way out. I mean, I had to get up in the morning, so I left. Right. I mean, I didn't know I had to stay an extra half hour for the internet thing. I mean, I had to get up in the morning, but I stayed. And again, I would never say this except to defend myself. But if you got Paul Rudd and Jason on the phone, the two guys.
They thought it was funny.
Who were with me?
Yes.
Paul looked at me and said, "Do you realize how amazing what you just did was?"
Well, maybe we'll try to get this going. We'll try to call Paul Rudd.
I believe Artie. I don't think I need to call Paul Rudd.
You don't?
I believe.
I would like to hear everybody's take on this.
You need to hear it all. Marianne, why don't we have everyone in the world call it? Marianne from Brooklyn, you're on the air.
Artie, don't you have anything better to do than call a lame radio show?
What do you mean? He's promoting a book.
He's calling Mike and all these shows.
No, he called Mad Dog because
Mad Dog to promote his book.
Tim asked him to do it.
Oh, but Howard, can I ask you something? Do you think that Artie using your name like Howard said it throughout this whole thing, are you upset about that, or it doesn't really matter to you?
No, Artie works with me, and he's quoting things that I said. I thought it was funny.
No, I'm talking about on the shows, like he says, Artie's my boss, and Howard's my boss, and I'm only going to listen to Howard, and I only listen to the great Howard. That's what he keeps saying, almost like you're his father figure, and he's got to put it out there like you have to protect him.
No, I think it's a way of him saying that he works with me and respects my opinion.
Well, that's nice. I have to say one more thing. It's not such a big deal, Artie. Life goes on, you know what? And you should just, chill out because you're trying to be in, rehab and stuff. So everybody does have a life, so we should all move on. Love you, Howard.
All right, Marianne.
I am chill. I'm very calm. This is.
I've been a lot in the internet and stuff, and it seems like that man you're talking about, he said that he really wanted to kick you off, but because he promoted it so much, he wasn't going to do that, and that you were supposed to give energy and not that kind of raunchy, crazy behavior, because I think the reason...
All right, very interesting. David, go ahead. You're on in Toronto.
I just want to tell Artie, he's like a road that's been paved twice. Retard. You are less Italian than you are funny. I think you should concentrate on that. And the title of your new book, if you understand Italian, should be Chop Book. It means fat little fuck.
Well, not an Artie fan.
I don't understand what he
said. Sounds more
said.
like... I think this is Mr. Greenberg on the phone.
He did a great joke. You hear him? A paved road, retard.
Retard.
Yeah, no,
that was a good one. That's funny, man. Can I use that one?
Howard's my boss.
Yeah,
you
right.
can use that one.
Thanks, buddy.
You can use that one, and maybe you'll get a laugh.
Right. I never get laughs.
People laugh because
I never get laughs.
Doesn't mean you're funny.
Oh, okay. What would mean you're funny? People not laughing?
No, it would mean people laughing because you said something that was actually humorous, not belligerent.
Oh,
people laugh out of.
That's a lot of your detractors are saying you've become very angry and belligerent.
Oh, okay.
That you used to be sweet Artie, and now you're vicious Artie.
Okay, well,
I thought that the Joe Buck thing was entertaining. Now, I don't know. I don't even believe everyone's carrying on like this.
I can't believe it either.
It's very controversial. We had no idea that they would be debating this all over everybody's ear.
Listen, if I was on there with Barack Obama, I would not have said what I said. Okay?
You said it was a setting where you felt comfortable enough to do your thing.
Exactly.
All right.
I'm sorry, guys.
Now, were you excited by all this, or were you upset by it? What happened yesterday in your life? Were you turned on by all of the attention, or were you turned off to this?
I have to admit, Howard, I was turned on by it.
You liked it. You liked all the attention.
It's exciting. I mean,
did Team Lang come together and say this was a good thing?
I haven't met Team Lang.
Did you discuss this with your agent? Did you discuss it?
They all think it's great.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Because
That's Team Lang.
the book apparently
doing well.
Went through the roof.
So that's what you want.
Yeah. The
So
book,
you got what you needed.
Well, I mean, it's publicity,
Right.
And
so you weren't having any sort of second thoughts about it, doubts?
No.
You feel good about your appearance there, and
Howard, listen, all I can go by is I've done a lot of talk shows, okay?
Right.
And I've done 1,000 of these shows and whatever, and I've done a lot of things in front of an audience. I thought it was great.
Right. So that's all you have to worry about.
And
Why
I've been on
yourself?
and I've been on before, and I've thought I've been bad too.
Why defend yourself? That's what you've got to do in therapy. You got to say, listen, I thought it was great. That's what I did. I stand by it.
Well,
that's it.
People are.
Don't get affected by everyone's opinion.
I'm not affected by it.
Good.
Really, I'm sort of just sitting here and people are coming to me. People called me. Tim called me and asked me to call Russo. I look, and everyone gets into this business because you want attention, and of course I was turned on by it.
I was glad to hear you say you were a narcissist. I think your numbers would be higher this week than mine.
I'm a narcissist. Absolutely.
He might be higher than you.
Yeah, you might be a little above a 34.
Right.
Robin, look, anyone who gets into comedy, think about what a comedian says to the rest of the world. Look, guys, I don't only think I'm interesting and funny. I think people will pay to fucking hear me. I mean, of course I'm a narcissist.
But I was going to ask you something. You would never go to your therapist to evaluate a performance, would you?
No, I wouldn't. But I might go to my therapist to understand why I care so much. Right.
I see. Okay.
Right. In other words, when I go into therapy, I have had issues where I care what everyone thinks. Mm-hmm. And we get into that. Why care about...
that's a different issue. I thought you were saying maybe you should talk to your therapist about, whether this was funny or not. And that's not what you're going to do.
No, I think Artie needs to deal in therapy with a lot of issues. This isn't one of them.
Right. What would he be talking about in relation to this, though?
His anger, he is lashing out at anyone who criticizes him, which is understandable. Mm-hmm. But the anger is so off the wall.
Right.
Well, you know what?
It's crazy that it's making his life like
a little bit unlivable.
And I would guess, if I may play shrink here, that all of this excitement, all of this fighting with everyone, all of this turmoil is keeping Artie from really getting to the things that bother him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
He's keeping himself busy.
You're 100% correct.
Right.
Something about that, though. I remember going through an anger phase.
Yes, I remember that
in
phase.
the few months that I did therapy.
Yeah.
And then cured yourself.
Before I quit.
Right. Before you declared you were cured. Yes.
And that's one thing that happens. A lot of your unexpressed anger just rises to the surface, and it is a little bit uncontrollable at the beginning.
Oh, it's horrible. And what is that famous quote by Richard Nixon, like, your enemies only win if you get mad, because then you destroy yourself. You know? Look, Howard's right. I have anger in me that's tremendous, and it's about a bunch of things. And thank God I found a therapist that I like. Like, I really like. I call him on the phone when I can't see him. If I'm on the road. So I'm working on it, man.
I believe that you need to be in therapy 5 days a week for now.
Okay.
No, I'm not making a joke.
I don't understand. Is it structured therapy? What are we talking about?
It's a psychotherapy, I believe, that Artie is involved with.
It's intense.
And it's...
But is it structured? Like, we see each other on this day at this hour?
It's twice a week based on his schedule and mine.
Based on...
based on,
you don't have a set appointment?
In the beginning of the week, he'll say, I have this day and this day, and I'll say, okay, let's do it that way.
What about locking into 3 or 4 times a week at a set time?
I'll bring that up to him today.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be the move, because
I think you could, get through this a lot easier, maybe dispel a lot of that anger
I think he's
in therapy.
I think I'll get through a lot of money, too.
Well, that, too. We can run through that.
You're right. No, listen,
getting better does cost money.
If I could tell you,
investment in you,
if I could tell you what I spent on heroin,
right.
it
pales in comparison.
Way less.
What'd you spend a week on heroin? Would you say? I mean, there's no exact number, I'm sure.
A week?
When you really were at your worst.
At my worst? Yeah. Well, I read once that that Yoko Ono and John Lennon in the 70s were spending $5,000 a week on heroin. In the
and
70s.
That was the 70s.
Yeah, and I think, but you see, here's the thing. I was having it delivered because I was afraid to be seen going.
So there's a surcharge?
Well, absolutely.
It's like McDonald's. If they could deliver it to your house, they have to charge you something.
And these
these
were guys that I would overpay because I was afraid. I don't want them mad at all. You know. And I'll give you the most I ever spent in 1 week.
Go ahead.
Probably. You know what? I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it, not because there's a bunch of issues here.
Oh.
By the way, I mean, how often do you have to have it delivered?
About twice a day. No,
Is that true?
No. A couple times a week.
Right.
Yeah.
How long does the delivery person hang out? Do they just deliver and then leave? Like
you don't have to hang with them.
Hang out with them?
Sometimes it gets uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Sometimes they use bad language. Sometimes Ross Greenberg will say, look, you're Artie's heroin dealer. If it gets boring, try to mix it up a little bit. And they completely misread him.
Does the delivery person ever, like, once in a while, like, hand you the bag and then, like, pull it away real quick and, like, just fuck with you?
No, they don't want to. They want the money, so, you know.
They don't want to tease you with it?
That doesn't happen.
You're not in any mood to pull back the money, are you?
No, I'm not.
So when somebody, maybe let's put it this way, see if you can answer this. When somebody's habit is bad, like what generally would they spend a week?
Well, here's the thing. I never
5,000 sounds incredible.
I never shot it.
Right.
I believe John and Yoko were shooting it. You go through it way quicker.
Right.
So, you know, yeah, I would say even adjusting $5,000 a week now would be a shitload of money to pay for heroin because heroin's cheap.
Could you have spent $7,500 a week?
No.
No, not that much.
He's saying he didn't go that way.
No, he didn't go that way.
It's cheaper.
Well, it's like I never smoked cocaine either.
Right.
For some reason, I had these levels, and I was at parties where
there was times you were afraid to go that.
Yeah, because I would have lived in that bottle, you know. And I was at parties where I was handed a pipe, you know, I just said no to that somehow because I thought that was another level. And if you smoke coke, God, the money just goes because then you just get rid of it so quick.
Do you think you're insane?
On some level, sure.
You do.
Yeah,
I mean, qualified. Are you insane?
Do you think you're insane?
No, I don't think I'm insane.
In other words, do you think you have a death wish?
Oh.
Which would be insanity.
I think, yes, I know that.
Right.
I think at one time I might have, but not anymore.
All right, good. All right, well, that's good.
Well, listen, Howard, I tried to commit suicide. Howard.
Right. So are you insane?
No, I think I was at one point, but I'm not.
Now you're
but listen, I'm not trying to be wah here, but the pain that I went through, the darkness of seeing my father the way he was, was so traumatizing to me. And my father asked me to kill him once a week.
Right.
You know, and he was my best friend, and we did everything together. And when we played catch, you know, my hand would hurt from how hard he threw the ball. And the last 4 years of his life, I had to wipe his nose. And you know, it just it really was something I couldn't get out of my head. And I never went to therapy for it. And my mother always looked tired. You know, she would set her while working.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead. I mean, I'm just trying to answer
Your father. No, I hear you. Your father exhibited a lot of bad behavior.
Yes.
You described a story that I thought was almost too outrageous to believe that he would, you know, install, you know, phony cable.
But never did drugs or drank or anything, which is weird. And he never gambled. It was weird.
Do you think a lot of your outrageous behavior is an attempt to be like your dad?
Absolutely.
It is.
1,000.
Because you admire him so much that all of his negative behaviors you think are good.
You could not be more correct. My father would tell me stories about how he used to fool around in school and get in trouble. And that absolutely made me want to do that.
So you think,
wait a minute.
So you think that being a real man is behaving outrageously or badly?
Well, no, not bad. But you see, because in a lot of ways, I'm a good man, Howard.
No, I'm not accusing you of being a bad man. You're a good-hearted guy.
Yeah, but
outrageous and bad behavior
is manly.
Is manly.
Sure. In a way, there is. But I'm older now. I used to think that. I realize now, of course. I mean, listen, the stuff I do on an HBO show.
Forget HBO.
Right, okay.
I'm not talking about HBO. I'm talking about
You're talking about his life.
I'm talking about your life. I'm talking about doing outrageous things. Stuff that you don't even talk about here.
I think I'm mature enough now to realize that that's wrong. But for a long time, I thought that was what a man was. Absolutely.
Let me ask you something, though, because we were on the conversation about insanity.
Right.
And insanity is not regulatable.
That's right.
Okay? You can't control. That's what insanity is.
That's why I asked the question, because insanity means you're insane. It means, in other words,
it means you don't have a choice.
The only way that you can recover from it, if you want to call it a recovery, is to be medicated.
Right. You have to be controlled outside of yourself.
Absolutely.
So
you can't say, today I'm not insane.
Right. So
you are. If you're insane, that's it.
There's no cure. I was insane yesterday.
No, there isn't.
That temporary insanity defense. What do you think of that?
That's why I asked you if you think you're insane, because...
Well, do you think I'm insane?
I'm not sure. I'm thinking that something's going on where my recommendation, and I don't say this lightly, the reason I said you should be in therapy 4 or 5 days a week is to find out what's really going on with you.
Right.
You should know what's going on with you.
Right.
In other words, you're an older guy with the heroin and stuff. That's dangerous stuff. I mean, you're playing with fire.
I understand.
And I love you, and I don't want to see anything bad happen to you. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart.
I know you do, Howard.
So the thing is that if you are insane, let's assume you are, they can medicate you.
Right.
And if they medicate you, you'll have a good life. There are many people I know in my personal life who are, mentally ill. And people go shocked when you hear, mental illness. Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, let me hit fuzzy
I don't
health.
want anything bad to happen to you. So if you are mentally ill, they should medicate you. If you're not, then you got to get to the bottom of this anger.
But let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you something.
Right. Because you tried to commit suicide, and that scares me.
But I tried to commit suicide because I had just done coke for 3 days, and I ran out of it. And
so you might not be insane.
I don't think I am.
But taking coke for 3 days is insane.
I know. But so everyone who does coke for 3 days, there's a lot of people who do that. I mean,
and they're not all insane.
I don't think I'm insane. I don't think I'm insane.
Artie, sometimes the drug taking is an attempt at self-medicating because
of course it
of
is.
insanity.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, all right.
That could be behind the drug use,
but okay, and that's
it could be. I'm not a
completely
doctor.
understandable.
Yeah, I don't know.
I understand that,
right.
but I'm not on any medication right now.
Right.
And for a couple of weeks on the show, I really was out of my mind, ruining interviews and shit.
Right.
And do you feel I've made an adjustment there?
No.
No?
No. You've made some adjustment, but not really.
Well, some adjustment.
Not really. No, I don't think so.
But some adjustment.
Some.
Right. So
I think you're having a hard time controlling yourself.
I'm going towards the.
Yeah. I think you're doing better. I just think that what I'm worried about.
That's on my own. So, and I'm going to keep and listen. I will keep trying to do that.
There's something going on though that concerns me. That in doing your own rehab, I think you're going through a tremendous difficulty right now. You came off heroin, which
right.
I applaud you, and I think is unbelievable. I mean, an amazing feat, because anyone who understands addiction, that ain't easy.
Oh, no.
This is the hardest thing you're going through.
It's not just the drug.
And I don't think you even know inside of you how, forget the physical addiction,
right.
the psychological addiction. That emptiness now, that void that isn't filled, has to be filled some other way.
Well, it's the Charlie Parker quote. They can get it out of your blood, but they can't get it out of your brain.
Right. When you're an addictive person.
Whatever you were taking it for, you're now subject to having to control
right.
or
You're feeling things. Thoughts are creeping in. That the heroin would dampen. In a way, you were medicating whatever it is that's bugging you, whether it is insanity, whether it's just the death of your father, whether it's the combination of everything that goes on in the pressures of your life. Whatever's going on now, you're starting to feel.
Right.
And I think
that's a hell of a thing to have to go through on your own.
I know I have trouble negotiating my feelings. That's why I'm there 3 days a week. I can't imagine what it's like for you coming off heroin. That's why I'm saying.
Well, I am going. I'm going, and it's 2 days a week now. But I'll tell the guy I want more. I believe you, Howard.
I'm telling you. I think that I'm worried because, listen, you're a dear friend. But aside from working with you, forget the work. I'm talking about you're a good-hearted human being and a good man and a funny guy and a talented guy. And I think that this is a lot of pressure you're going through right now.
It is.
And I recognize that.
Thank you.
You know, but you got to get assistance. I mean, you got to find out what's going on inside of you, because no one can do that on their own. Very few people, so, you know, unless you're, you know, so self-evolved that you can figure out what's going on.
And I'm not.
And I'm not either. So I'm not trying to set myself as an expert.
Yeah, and there are some people who it's just a drug thing, and they just get off the drugs, and they're fine. But if the drug was something to cover up something else.
Sure it was.
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
You see, let me tell you something. Well, this is why I enjoy therapy now, and it's working. Just this conversation makes me feel better.
Right.
It does,
because
you know, and I appreciate it.
Right. Well,
because
people care
it's
about
because it's with people I respect.
Right.
Okay, you know, and I respect this guy a lot.
Good.
And God, is he a wise soul? And
But here's the other thing. You also tend to turn everybody into either they're the greatest or the
the
shittiest.
worst. All right.
He's a man.
I understand.
He's got expertise in this area.
Right.
He's going to sit with you. Some days you're going to hate him. Some days you're going to love him.
Right.
But he knows what he's doing. I know the guy's credentials.
Yes.
Yeah, I was involved with that.
I know the guy's address. He better know what he's doing.
Right. He better, because there's a lot of money going on.
Yeah,
But as I said when you were first talking about it, it's a commitment you have to make to go through the rough patches
Yeah.
and
It ain't gonna
this
be easy.
lovely honeymoon.
Right, this is
thing
a
that's
honeymoon
going
phase.
on here.
I went to my psychiatrist today. I said, I can't fucking stand this anymore. I don't want to be here. I want to get out. And by the end of the session, I felt great. So it was like, you're always going to have those feelings you want to get away from therapy.
Right.
I just say, look, who the hell knows what's going on? You've had a volatile past, the horror of your father, as you point out, and who knows what else went on there. You might have blocked out a lot of shit that you don't even know really what went on.
Well, I mean, I can tell you for one thing, I was never abused in any way.
I don't
no. That does nothing.
I mean, I know. I'm just saying.
Me neither. I mean, look at us. Who's going to abuse us? No one's attracted to us.
Abuse comes in many colors.
Believe me, I wish someone would have abused
No,
me.
I'm just
At least
saying. I
someone
just
would've paid attention.
and anybody can formulate an opinion on what you just said. I just want to make sure I was not
I'm not
abused.
talking about abuse.
Right, I understand.
You know,
And you're right,
If
a lot-
anything, my abuse was people ignored me because of the way
That
I
was
looked.
terrible for you.
Right. I wish someone would have touched me inappropriately.
I want to be
did.
abused.
So
What's wrong
anyway,
with me?
listen. Right. This is a topic for off the air, but the fact of the matter is.
So let's do it on.
Let's do it on. No. What I'm saying
So much
is,
better on.
No, I
imagine
appreciate
even this episode with Joe Buck.
Right.
While I believe it was, television for me, anything goes. I'm not uptight. But I have a feeling even this weighs on you more heavily than you even know.
Mm-hmm.
That this is a lot of attention all of a sudden.
It is.
And there's a lot of pressure in it. Even the way, like, you're trying to convince this sports guy that you
Russo,
were
Mad
funny.
Dog.
You're
convincing the Mad Dog.
You're caught
I'm
up.
turning into the Mad.
You're caught up in a lot here, and there's a lot going on top of which you're running around the country promoting this book, doing stand-up.
It's a crazy month.
And you just got off heroin. So
it's nuts.
I'm saying this whole schedule sounds crazy to me. Everything about this sounds crazy to me.
Right.
Is what I'm saying to you. And, there's got to be time also to just sit down, relax, get in touch with your thoughts.
You're right.
And really focus on yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see that happening here. I see a lot of busyness to keep you busy, to keep you off of the heroin.
Off of Artie.
Yeah. Keep you away from it. Keep you off Artie, keep you off heroin, keep you off whatever the fuck it is.
Right.
There's a lot of running around. There's a lot of energy going on here. And I'm just,
a lot of distractions is what they call it.
And I hope the psychiatrist will sit with you and try and sort of say, hey, Artie, slow down. Learn to say no to a few things.
Well, that's what he said. He goes, because I called him from L.A. and he's like, well, where are you going? Like, I told him my schedule.
Right.
And up until July 1st, it is crazy.
And even with this show, it's like not everything has to happen at once. Like I always say to Artie, this is a long haul. We have another year and a half. Let's slow it down. Let's just take it easy. There's a lot of panic and pressure here going on. And I worry about you. And I've said this to you off the air, and I'll say it to you on the air. You're a friend, a dear friend. You're a good-hearted man. And I hope the audience doesn't forget that because, a lot of people are saying they hear Artie's anger. They hear he's vicious right now. You're a good guy. You're a good-hearted soul. And I know that about you. But I'm hoping and praying that you do take some time for yourself. Sit down. Yeah, okay. So you don't go away and do stand-up for a week, and it's going to cost you money for not doing stand-up. But
who cares?
I'd rather you spend the money, go to a shrink, and sit there and talk about yourself, even till you're sick of talking about yourself, till you break through, until you get to understand what's going on, and let him understand who you are.
Right.
Because if the theory is that you're insane, good, get medicated. That's easy. That they can fix. If it's not insanity that you're doing this to
Howard
yourself.
makes this all. Not everybody is capable of dealing with the medication either.
That's right.
It's not that easy.
No, what I'm saying is this is complicated. So what I'm saying is, I don't think Artie's insane.
I don't either.
But I'm saying is, go get
if I was insane, Howard, I don't think you'd keep me here. I mean,
you don't know that for sure, Artie. I've seen him hire insane people.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm sitting 2 feet from him every day.
They couldn't keep the job.
Insane people, listen.
Right.
I'm being dramatic for purposes on the air, but the fact of the matter is, we don't know what's going on inside of you, nor do you.
You know what? You're right.
I don't know what's going on inside of me.
That's what's scary.
I'm having somebody diagnose me and help me.
And you know what? And for years, I pushed that away, and now I'm embracing it.
All right, there you go.
And and it's a lot of credit goes to you for that, man, and I appreciate it. You found the guy, and I love the guy.
Well, Artie, as important as all of this is.
Yeah, but the one thing I would like to say is, because I much like Artie, I am fascinated by people who are out of control, because he's always talking about, his hero, Keith Richards and John Belushi, and, every hero he has, Charlie Parker, they're all crazy. And, and they were literally insane.
That's right.
And I was watching that Hunter S. Thompson thing, or Thomas, whatever his name
Hunter
was.
S. Thompson. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Well, I wasn't watching that. I was watching a documentary about him.
Yeah.
And the man's brilliant, but he's in pain every day of his life. And he's taking these drugs to try to get out of his own head. And eventually, it took a long time, but he eventually killed himself. And it was like, that's what I worry about with Artie, is the darkness.
That's right.
That severe.
Well, that's why it has to be diagnosed.
Well, and you can't
get diagnosed in a day on something like that. So
Hunter S. Thompson, I believe, blew his head off at the age of 60 because that's the exact age Hemingway did. I think he said Hemingway blew his head off when he was 60, and that's what I'm going to do. Believe me, guys, I promise you, I'm not in that place. I'm not there.
All right.
I'm not
That's
there.
good.
I'm far from it, as a matter of fact. I might be annoying, but I'm happy.
By the way, as important as all of this is, there's something more important to discuss. Everybody is here for the Bang My Dad update.
By the way, I saw these people. This was so funny. I saw them on the street yesterday as I'm driving. The 2 daughters and the father, and he had a smile on his face.
Yeah, well, we'll find out what happened right after this. Let's take a break. Everybody calm down.
Wow, that was a rough hour, man.
Well, listen, you're the toast of the town. You're the man of the hour.
I don't even care about that shit. I mean, I appreciate the last 10 minutes here, but... I promise you, I'm doing better, and I'm working on everything really hard because I want to be alive forever now.
Yes.
And I got a second chance. The doctor told me I'm lucky to be healthy. I always thought I was going to die from health issues, and he said, no, if you can control your anger and stuff and not destroy yourself, you'll be around for a long time.
You might actually live.
And I want to live for a long time.
Well, that's good news.
All right.
Not to everybody on the Stern Fan Network, but I do want to live for a long time.
The Stern Fan Network wants everyone dead.
It is weird that it's getting this much attention, though. I mean, Joe Buck, if he pretends to be upset about this, I really think it's stupid. But again, I don't want to show any anger.
There was one line in that whole thing, and it happened to be the very first line, that maybe Artie would take back or change it, make it a little less...
I wouldn't take it back because it got a reaction. But Scott's right, it was strong. But if you take that line out, I don't think there's that much of a deal right now.
Yeah,
but I mean, look, I said the jizz line during the internet part.
Well, maybe we're desensitized because where we work, but I tell you, we all fucking laughed.
And everyone in the crowd was laughing.
Yeah.
I mean, did you hear me bomb? I didn't bomb.
No.
Yeah, Ross Greenberg did not return our phone call.
Of course not. Ross Greenberg, I don't think is operating on a ton of brain power.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Are you excited for the big Vegas trip?
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of people going. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Plan on catching some shrapnel there?
I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of people there.
Can I explain something?
What about? Do you think you'll get?
Go ahead, Bench.
No.
You sure?
You're going to be JD. Will you be? You're going to be at Artie's event, which they're picking the Miss Howard TV.
Me and Ronnie,
right? And aren't you going to be holding a camera?
Well, yeah.
Can't you act like you're in charge? Like, okay, move over.
Well, I mean, it just depends on the situation.
You got to talk to Ganji. Ganji's utilized that stupid camera for years to get laid.
Really? He doesn't seem to be getting laid all that much.
He gets laid. He just doesn't talk about it.
He hits chicks over the head with the camera, and then he fucks her. Listen, Gary is right. At every gig I have JD, when I'm an hour in and I can't speak because I have emphysema, I need some water. So it used to be Teddy, and I'd get the whole place to chant homo. It was great. But now JD comes out, and people love JD. Right. When he comes out, he gets an enormous cheer, and I'm like, I go to the girls, someone fuck him. And I guess maybe it's happened a few times or no times. How's it going with that, bro?
It has not happened at all. Hold on. A couple of times there have been, situations where I've hung out with girls, but nothing came of it.
Some pictures, it looks like you're fucking Teddy in Detroit, St. Louis, Vegas, L.A., Pittsburgh.
That's how it is.
Artie, you might have to take it to the next level. You might have to say, who's willing to fuck JD? Please come up to the stage.
Well, it might turn into I have to fuck JD.
Well, I mean, because it's a lot of girls that have guys that come to the shows.
Tell me which guys. I know people that can make them disappear.
Well,
they could be on a flight to Detroit and be there in an hour. The guy won't ever be found again.
Well, last time you guys were in Vegas, you helped JD out a lot, Artie. Remember?
Yeah, I paid for it. And there's no shame in that, by the way.
Listen.
See the movie The Hangover. The Hangover will make people think differently about Vegas whores. They can be very sweet.
Yeah, she was so nice and clean and cute.
No, right now Vegas whores get a bad rap.
You gonna be hanging with Ronnie?
I don't know. I know we're going to go to the big appearance at the Rick's, whatever.
Oh, I'm going. Here's the schedule. Here's the schedule Saturday, right? And if this doesn't get a guy
hold on. Ronnie's Friday night.
Okay, whatever the fuck it is. Friday night, we're going to Rick's every night, asshole. Okay. Every night there's a party at Rick's. All right. So Friday night's the official Ronnie party at Rick's. Saturday, if we go to sleep, we get up. And in the afternoon, me, Ronnie, and all the guys judge the new Miss Howard TV. They're expecting 200 women by the pool at the Hard Rock. Mm-hmm. We're the judges. And the ones that we like go into something called the Chick Pit. And then we cherry pick from the Chick Pit and pick a new Miss Howard TV. Then that night, I'm doing stand-up at the Joint at the Hard Rock in Vegas. Then we're going to Rick's again, asshole, with all the girls from the Chick Pit. And then don't knock on my door after 6 a.m. How's that fucking sound?
I never knock on your door.
You got 200.
Good for you. You and Teddy have thinking I died from heroin and a whore.
Anybody else from around here going, JD?
Howard TV,
which is what? Is Goodstein going?
I believe Goodstein, Ganji.
Oh, yeah, Doug's going.
Ganji, Brian Phelan.
Benji, please come.
I just asked Goodstein. I don't know. I have to check the Greyhound.
I'll pay for your flight. I will.
Nah, but that feels weird. If the show would,
don't worry about it. I'm making a lot of money for stand-up. I'll pay for your flight.
That's very nice of you. But
you know what's funny? Don't you think it's interesting? And Howard makes this point all the time, but it's true. If there were a shoot this weekend, say at Jeff the Drunk's house, it would be like Joe and Chris and those guys. But it's always Ganji and Doug for the important shit.
And it should be because, it's an event that was created because of me. And Doug and Ganji and all those guys, they're like my family now. I love seeing them. I love Chris and these guys, but I haven't known them as long. I'm happy they're coming. It's not a burden. It's going to be a big party.
It's not about you.
No, I know.
It's about them having to do important work in Vegas.
I want when I'm voting for one of the chicks in the Chick Pit, I want to be in focus.
Artie, Howard suggested that you should bring your new lady along for the trip, which you immediately shot down.
That's the funniest thing Howard's ever said. Listen to me. You ever hear you don't bring sand to the beach?
Yes.
That saying means even more if you're dating the sand. If the sand is your girlfriend, you really don't bring it to the beach. No, it's a guy's weekend. I explained it to her. She's lovely, and she's a classy person. And it's a guy's weekend in Vegas. I'm sure Ronnie, you still have your girl?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Ronnie's girl gets it. She's cool. It's a guy's weekend. We're not going to do anything wrong.
Guy stuff like fishing and...
No, I'm going to gamble. I told her. These are my two vices. I can't drink or do any blow or heroin. I'm going to have a cigarette in a private room, and I'm going to play craps and poker and blackjack all night. And that's going to be my vice.
You going to come to my strip club appearance?
I'm going to come to that, but I'll just have a cigarette and stay in the corner with the King James version of the Bible. I'm not going to do anything wrong, and she knows that. I'm just going to have a fun guy's weekend.
Ronnie, you gonna hang with JD at all?
No. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping to hang with Artie, but he always says he's going to hang, but I don't.
Dude,
he never shows up.
Dude, that's because I was on heroin before. Heroin people don't show up.
I came in here to
ruin the show?
Yeah, I came in here to I'm going to ruin the show right now because Scott the engineer wants you to...
I'll pay for it.
Pay for him.
He's got it. I want Scott the engineer out there. I want him to have a good time in life. I will pay for Tell him to book a ticket, get the cheapest coach flight he can find going through Nebraska and London. No, seriously, I want him to book a ticket and give me the receipt. He's coming. You're all fucking coming.
Oh,
this is John Gotti talking. Every mother, not the guys who already have a ticket. I'm not repaying for you jerk-offs. McClure, Benji, Scott the engineer, every one of you fucks is coming to the Artie party in Vegas this weekend, baby.
Hold on, Artie. I smell something here. John, could you go to line 11?
Ralph Sorella, you're on the wrap-up show.
I said guys.
Listen, I'm not trying to get a Artie freebie because
here comes Scott.
Because he just said he said buy a coach ticket and I don't fly coach.
Hey Ralph, listen. Hey Ralph, but you buy coach bags. Ralph, listen. The $300 I owe you, I'll get you a ticket to Vegas. We'll call it even. How's that sound?
That's okay. I appreciate the offer. I know it's genuine, but
it is. I want you out there. Ralph knows how to pick up chicks, man.
I have to work Friday.
You have a job?
I do.
Oh, you got to do something.
I'm doing a special of the history of Howard Stern with John Hine.
And that broad.
2:00 on Friday.
All
We
right.
could cancel it, though.
You could be on a 4:00 plane. You land at 7.
No, wait a minute, Ralph. The all goes down Saturday. With the time change, you could make it. Get on a 7 a.m. flight Saturday. You could be in Vegas by 11 a.m.
He's done it 2:00
nice
here.
Offer. I tried to get in on it like weeks ago when you first announced it, and I said to Doug, "Hey, Doug, Howard has me in judging things all the time. How about you have, Howard TV has me there to do that."
Ralph would be great for that.
Yeah, Doug didn't see the value in it, but he figured he needed to be there. But
listen, I'm serious, Ralph. If you got to work for Howard, that's one thing. But Scott, McClure, and Benji, I'm telling you right now, you got to get your own tickets. Take care of yourself. Get nonstop coach tickets back and forth, and you give me the receipts, and you will get the money.
Scott, are you going to go?
It's an Artie party.
Are you going to go?
What about a room for him?
Artie just
Yeah, what about the room?
Not that much of a party.
He's crashing with Ronnie.
Listen, hold on, guys.
We'll get your rooms. We'll get everything. I'm bringing 4,000 gambling degenerates to the joint that night. The money they're going to make's insane. Everything's going to be free.
Private plane.
Yeah,
private
I'm
plane.
not Howard.
As soon as Scott calls home and asks permission, he's going.
No, fuck that.
I'm going home.
I'll give your wife $10,000 to give you permission. We're going.
Everybody heard that, right?
Nothing makes a party like Scott Salem.
Yeah, exactly,
That's
Ralph.
right.
And stay away from him when I'm gambling.
He'll be at the slots.
So you going to go?
I would love to.
You're going.
I thank you for the offer. I have to talk to my partner. I mean,
You're a fag now?
Wait a minute now. He's been bitching about this for weeks.
We're
I should be going too. Doug should get me on this trip.
That's right.
Now get out of here.
Now Artie's willing to pay for it. Now he's bitching.
I'll pay for it. Now get out of here before Opie and Anthony walk in.
Hold on. Scott, why do you think that you should... Why were you saying that you should be on this trip before Artie offered? What's the reason?
I didn't say I should be on the trip.
What?
What did he say, Ronnie?
Doug.
Ronnie, what did he say?
You're here. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, jerk off.
Whatever.
Scott wanted in from day one,
but under what's the premise?
Just because it's time to.
You mean as a judge, or
he wants to just go to Vegas?
He didn't say he needed to be there because of some audio.
No, if there's an audio mix, but that's being done by the house by the hard.
Yeah, that'll be good. Scott's a great engineer. I want him there.
Yeah.
And fuck working. You're there for free on me.
Scott wanted to go there and ruin the audio.
Get advice from Hitler.
Okay,
Doug,
I'll be there.
Doug, how did
he'll be there.
Get permission from your wife, Mussolini.
Doug,
you getting flights over there?
Doug, how did Scott approach you? Did he casually hint, or did he say, "Hey,
It was as subtle as, I heard you going to Vegas. Can I go?"
Right. I said, do you need anybody to work? I didn't say...
It's an Artie party at the Hard Rock. Every one of you is just coming. Gary, I swear I want you to come. Get that thing out of your cock and come.
That thing's out. I got my kid's birthday party on Friday.
Make the stuff come out of your cock that should.
A rock?
Doug,
semen?
Doug, did anybody...
Semen, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
JD, is there a chance that you could come back on Monday having not gotten laid?
Oh, there's always a chance of that, sure.
And if you don't get laid, lie about it.
Okay.
John Hine, you're coming. The wife and kids, the wife and kids will be fine with the out. You got $20 million for that website. Give them half of it right now, and just fucking come to Vegas.
I appreciate the invite, Ralphie. So, what are you going to do? You leave it? You're not going to be doing the show with me on Friday and heading out to Vegas, or what?
No, I am the consummate professional. I'll be working on Friday.
Yeah, but Friday, what time you done?
3 o'clock. Then we and Jason are going to go see Star Trek on IMAX.
Ralph, listen.
My day is booked.
Listen, Ralph, you're giving me a headache. If I would fly Jason out, but I can't afford 4 seats. It's great to be able to do fat jokes about other people now. But Ralph, please, I love Ralph, and when he's around hot chicks, he knows how to talk to them. Jason can block all the ugly guys just standing in front of us. It's gonna...
Artie, thanks. I'll think about it. I know it's genuine. And,
all right, think about it. Just if you're going to do it, just book it and give me the receipt when you get there.
Artie gets a receipt from me for $2,000.
Listen, I'll pay it because I'm winning, man.
Yeah.
I'm
Watch
winning
what you
money
say,
too.
Artie.
I'm winning money. I feel hot. I'm doubling what I make it doing stand-up. I'm so crazy right now. I'm out of my mind.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, everybody talked about how they think I have a drinking problem and how I should limit myself to about 2 drinks a night, which I personally don't think that's going to happen. You know, I'm not a 2-drink type of guy. You know, I got a big belly. I got to feed that beast. So check it out.
Richard has said before, or at least acknowledged, that he's got a problem and he's an alcoholic, but it's a problem he can handle and he has control over.
Well, everybody who's got a problem thinks it's a problem they can handle. You know, when it comes to that, it's very difficult. Most people, it's very difficult for them to say, I have a drinking problem, because if they did, they would stop drinking. Richard admits he has a drinking problem, then continues to drink.
I don't think Richard's ever going to stop drinking. I mean, he thinks he's a social drinker.
I think he's lying when he says he sees it as a problem. I think he's placating us. I don't think he sees it as an issue.
Oh, you think he doesn't think he has a problem? You think he doesn't think he has a problem?
Right,
he's just saying it to shut everybody up here.
Yeah, because if you have a problem, wouldn't you address it?
Not necessarily, but if you feel like, I got a problem, but I'm on top of it, I have some control over it. I mean, that's always been Richard's attitude ever since this came up. He loves to drink. Sometimes he goes a little over the line, and he knows it, but he feels like he can keep it in check. Richard, we're talking about you behind your back,
I'm
and now
psyched.
you're here.
We get to talk about something we've never talked about on the wrap-up show before, my drinking and my gayness.
Hey, it came up on today's show, which means we talk about it on the wrap-up show.
Why don't we talk about my heroin a little more, you ass licker? Write another fucking song parody about my weight and heroin, you dickwad.
And Artie clearly feeling better right now and good enough to give you advice, and heartfelt advice, I thought, about addressing what he thinks is a problem in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think it's a problem?
I appreciate it. Yeah, well...
Listen, I love Richard. Speak, and then I'll talk again.
It definitely... They make it sound like a problem on the air. I haven't had a problem with them because I'm just out having fun. To me, what it boils down to is fun equals drinking. Drinking equals fun. I'm having fun out there. I'm just doing my thing. Life is short. I want to have fun.
And you don't think your behavior changes at all when you're really shit-faced?
Well, I mean, I haven't gone to jail because of it yet, knock on wood.
I'm not saying it's criminal.
That's your gauge.
I just, I get happy when I drink. I'm not an angry drunk, and it doesn't seem to cause problems. I mean, being in a wheelchair at Tampa Airport wasn't a problem for anybody.
Was it embarrassing to you?
No, not really. I mean, you're looking at a guy who, streaks where he works and gets naked. Nothing embarrasses me, really.
No, but in a way, it is causing trouble because now it's an issue at work. Howard isn't being joking when he's saying this. He's worried about you, and that's your boss worried about you. You're getting drunk at your boss's engagement party. People are talking about it more. Physically, your appearance is changing. You're getting red in the face. You're starting to look like Dom DeLuise if you stayed in the tanning salon too long. You're changing for the worse because of drinking.
But
people are noticing that.
Hold on a second. Let me play devil's advocate for a second, just so we can have both sides. Richard, have you ever missed a day of work because of drinking?
No.
Have you ever missed a gig because of drinking?
No.
Have you been arrested because of drinking?
No.
So aside from when you drink on the weekends, does it affect your job or life at all?
Not at all.
Does your girlfriend not want to be with you because you drink too much?
No.
So he can play that in. I understand what Artie's saying, but now Richard will play that in.
But Garrett, okay, he hasn't missed a day of work, but it is affecting his work in some way. It's a subject at work, and millions of people are hearing about it, and it could affect him getting other work. His girlfriend is a wonderful person, but who knows? I don't know this for sure. Maybe she drinks a little too much, too. I don't know, and maybe you're enabling each other. That's something. You two are a sweet couple, but maybe you got to look at that and maybe live a little healthier. I sound like a preacher because I'm an asshole. I've done every wrong thing in the world, and it did fuck up my life. And because I worked for a great man, he didn't fire me, and I'm still alive. And who knows? I may relapse. I could sound like a hypocrite. That happens, but I know that being wheeled in a wheelchair in an airport, that affects your life. People know about it. But it makes people look differently upon you, and those people, their decisions could affect your life.
So what makes you look at Richard more differently? Getting wheeled in a wheelchair in Tampa or licking Sal's taint? And I'm being totally serious when I say that.
One he did sober, so fine, and one he did because he was drunk. If he was drunk when he licked Sal's taint, that's why. Okay, he's just a crazy, fun guy, and he did that for the show. But he got drunk and got wheeled in a wheelchair. That's a drinking problem. That's an alcoholic. You're an alcoholic. And you got to admit that to yourself. It doesn't mean you have to stop drinking. A lot of alcoholics just say, fuck you, I'm going to keep drinking. And you're from Kansas. You're a man's man. I get it. I hate when people tell me what to do. But, dude, you're an alcoholic. And I love you, and I love you to death. You're funny. You're talented. You write music, which is something I'm envious of. But, Keith Richards did, too. And he was a heroin addict. It doesn't help your life. And that's all Howard's saying. Howard's being serious when he's saying that. And I know it sounds funny coming from me, but maybe a guy who's been there is the one who can help you more.
Yeah, I just love it because I've never heard Richard referred to as a man's man.
No, he is. Because look, his father's a man's man. Richard grew up in Kansas. He didn't grow up like fucking Paris Hilton. You know what I mean? He knows how to work. He baled hay. He probably sucked cock for money. I don't know if that's true, but I'm just saying. That's a day's work. Sucking cock is a day's work, man. That's you come home and you got to really shower.
A man's man leaves those messages for Will, and the man's man wants to see Brian Phelan naked on the show.
You don't want anybody to think you're gay, but when you were drunk, it affected your life because you left the homoist message on Will's fucking answering machine.
And I've given into that. I don't mind if people think I'm gay because I'm not gay, and I know it.
Good, because you are.
Hey, Richard,
if people think it, I'm fine with it.
When you left that message,
everyone thinks it.
When you left that message, did you know you were leaving that message? Do you have no recollection of leaving that message?
I totally remember leaving that message. I was just messing around. I was. I call, drunk people call, they drunk dial and call people and have a little fun.
And say, hey, dude, let's go to the game tomorrow. Let's gamble. Not, hey, I want to suck your cock and your ass is hot, Will.
Well, in all fairness to Richard, even when he's not drinking, he thinks the gay stuff is funny, which was proven today when he said, I have a great idea for the show. Let's get Brian Phelan.
Yeah, that came out of left field. By the way, let's get Phelan in here naked.
And you're a bear. You use the word that gay guys use seriously. You said he's a bear.
He is.
Well, I don't even know what to say right now.
I lost you on. I thought he was doing a comedy bit. I lost you on But look at him. He's so cuddly.
He is. I mean, I'll walk by Brian in the hall and I'll just give him a big hug. And not as a gay thing. It feels good. It's like you're hugging a big beanbag or something. There's just something that feels good about wrapping your arms around something that's big and soft and cuddly.
And rubbing your soft on against his leg.
Well, and I got news for you, dude. When people say when they hug me, it feels the same way. And if you hug me in the hall, I'm dropping you.
I know better. Already.
Okay, good.
Well, Howard gave Richard some advice at the end of the time you were in there and hit it, Teddy. I want to know if you're going to take this to heart.
You worry about you with the champagne and all the alcohol. Limit yourself to 2 glasses.
Oh, forget it, Howard.
That's Robin.
No fun.
That's ridiculous.
This is what's going to prove to him he's an alcoholic. You're not allowed to have more than 2 drinks a day. On a given day. And you can't wait.
On Saturday, he can save them all up. And
That's what I was going to say. If I don't drink during the week.
No more than 2 drinks a day.
2 drinks a day?
That's tough.
And you can't save him up. You can't wait till Sunday and have 14.
Yeah, because if I don't drink during the week, I get 10 drinks on Saturday.
Why is that so tough? I mean, you're a fun-loving guy. You need to drink to have a good time?
It definitely helps. Like, try going to a bar and not drinking. It's just boring.
I do every weekend when I do stand-up. And you know what?
I commend you for it. It's hard.
It takes willpower. It takes willpower.
But I think he's saying you have to do that because it's all or nothing. And Richard's saying in his mind, I've got it under control, but does he?
Under control? No, he doesn't. He doesn't have it under control. That's where you're fooling yourself.
I know. Okay.
And look, 2 drinks a day and 3 cocks. Can you do that?
Hey, what's up? This is Will, and on Wednesday's wrap-up show, we talked about how everyone in the studio took off their shirt to show off their amazing bodies. A couple people called me in, but I wasn't going in there. I couldn't compete with, Jason, Benji, and Artie for best bod, so I'm out.
There was a moment when everyone's shirt was off in the studio. How did that happen, and what was going on there?
Almost everyone's shirt. What happened was if you were in the studio, you got caught up in that. Well, first of all, that caller called. What's the guy's name, Will?
Johnny Boy.
John Boy.
Is John Boy gay? Or was he just being goofy?
Which was all weird. He wasn't even being goofy though. I didn't understand what
he was
his
almost
angle
acting
was.
gay today. But I mean, he got something going. So I know he wanted to see Howard. And then everybody started taking their shirts off. Then they called in Richard, and Richard will do anything. And then Sal came in, and then Artie did it. Which listen, he did it when he was a lot heavier, so I could understand that. But they kept calling for Will, and Will was pretending like he didn't hear. They kept calling for me. I was pretending like they didn't hear. And then at one point they even called. I threw Tim under the bus to try to get out from under it because I just didn't want to deal with it. But Jason took his shirt off. And Benji, of course, too. But Benji's part nudist.
And Robin declared Fred looking the best with everybody's shirts off.
And I disagree with that. Like, Fred has the overall like a great physique. It's very masculine. Howard has an incredible chest. If you look at it.
So your vote would have been for Howard.
If you listen individually on the chest alone, his chest beat anyone in there. Overall physique and shape, it's Fred.
Yeah,
Fred has a great masculine shape.
Didn't look that hard.
And Gary, was there any way you were going to go in?
I mean, I don't need to be in there. I don't need affirmation that I'm fucking fat. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to see it.
You thought that's what was going to happen?
Oh, no. And I, for one, am one of those people. I haven't worked out in so long. Like, I'm one of those ones when I take my shirt off, it's not like, oh, Gary doesn't look so. Gary looks fatter than he is. I'm as fat as I look.
Well, didn't Howard say that whoever wasn't willing to do it clearly has some kind of problem, or I think
hang up?
Yes,
I got a hang
sort
up.
of hang up.
I totally have a hang up. I don't want to look fat.
Now, what about you? Often requested Will Murray.
I don't know. I just didn't want to deal with it. Everyone was like taking their shirts off, and I don't need to go in there and be judged by people. It's just whatever. It wasn't like it was gay or whatever. I just didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah, but see, I don't
player.
understand you. You're like the girl with big tits who won't be in the wet T-shirt contest. You're at least in good shape.
Yeah, do you feel you have a good body?
I think it's okay.
Are you comfortable in your own skin?
Yes, I'm comfortable in my own skin, but
do you think like people would have said, "Well, wow, it looks great"?
I think they'd be like, "Oh, he looks all right. Yeah, whatever." I don't think it look bad or anything. I don't know. I think you get the pictures are all over the internet of you with your shirt off everywhere.
Horrible,
I don't need that horse shit.
We'll just want some thinking about what it could look like versus
right.
actually seeing.
Exactly. I'm sure in their imagination it's much better.
Keep
Richards.
Keep the mystery alive. It certainly is in Richards. Okay, who looked the worst in there?
Well, Jason. I mean, always. Well, see, again, Artie looked so much better than he did 6 months ago that you can't say Artie looked bad. And quite honestly, Jason's got 40 pounds on Artie now, maybe 50. And and then the hair thing is just it's a riot.
That's what's great about being horribly, horribly obese. As soon as you lose like 20 pounds, you're still obese, but people are like, wow, you're really getting better there.
Like, Benji, what are you weighing in at, say, today, around?
208.
Really?
Naked in the morning. Yeah, I did it
And what were you 6 months ago?
About, I don't know exactly, about 40 pounds more.
All right, so that's good.
Have you ever cracked 200?
Yeah, definitely.
Fourth
one of our
grade.
weight loss contests. The lowest I was in a weight loss contest was about 195. Not this current one, but the one we did before. And I'm going when I get to 170 now. I'm gonna do a Beth Ostrowski makeover.
Nice.
Congratulations.
We only have a year and a half left.
If she's into it, if she's up.
Will, you agree? You think Jason was the?
I mean, there
one
was a
not to
couple
look at?
big boys in there with their issues. Like Benji kind of had some like side titty going on.
You know, you guys always said I'm trying to
Artie
make my
has
lats.
like just horrific stretch marks the entire
Right.
way around his stomach, and Jason's just an overall mess.
What's with the rash on Richard that everyone was talking about? Like
He had like he had like chicker bites on his titties.
I mean, he doesn't shower for weeks. Is it really?
Is that
much of a
really true?
surprise?
I mean, is that really, really true? Does he really not shower for more than a week at a time?
Yeah, I would say a week stretch would be not out of the question.
That would explain, your body just gets oily and gross and everything. It's sweaty.
I thought Jason is so odd looking. It doesn't look gross. It looks almost like some sort of animal
It's
or something.
fascinating.
It is. It looks like one of those like a Coney Island sideshow, it's a Weevil Boy or something like that.
You
Like
mean he's deformed in some
No, he
way?
looks like he's part animal. Like when he takes his shirt off.
He really is very hairy. I mean, he's very uptight about it, and he's joked about it, how the Korean woman wanted to charge him double, but he really is a very hairy dude.
Well, if he's uptight about it, why is he taking off his shirt when he's in there?
Because he'll do anything for Howard.
Howard
He
ordered
really
him
will.
to.
He loves Howard.
He's very parish. I think that's what his issue is. It's not like a big guy that's like a fat guy. Sometimes they have a bigger upper body. He's kind of like a little slender up top, and then it gets bigger as you get down in the gut area.
Again, not to get too gay, but even like with Artie, Artie does have the stretch marks and stuff, but you could see Artie's got the physique of a guy who was in shape who got out of shape, as opposed to a guy who was never in shape.
Right.
Jason's like a giant. I don't know what they're called, like those things, but he's even more expanded, like a triangle. Those things you punch, but they keep bouncing back up.
Thursday's wrap-up show was all about a legendary record holder who's taken 2,700 loads to her face. Yes, I'm talking about Sabrina Deep, the Bukkake Queen, and we're all fascinated by why she's doing it, her husband Fabio who showed up, and God knows we love to talk about stuff like that. And here's how the discussion went.
The big guest today was the Bukkake Queen and her husband Fabio. And Gary, you never know what you're going to get when the Bukkake Queen shows up.
Yeah, I looked at the website yesterday. She looked okay. I was looking at the notes. I was like, 2,700 loads on the face, the whole deal. But, you never know what somebody's personality is going to be. That's where we trust Will. Will said she'd be pretty good. So she came on. She was willing to talk about everything. But she started to talk about her husband, Fabio, and the weird rules that they have. And Ronnie walks over to me. He goes, Fabio's in the green room. So I said, Will, put up a note. Fabio's here. And Howard brings him in. And he was exactly what you expect Fabio to be.
How would you describe Fabio?
Italian-looking, middle 30s, sort of shell-shock looking. And he was wearing a weird thing. He had a T-shirt tied around the front of his pants. It looked like he was wearing a skirt, but it was just a T-shirt. But mild-mannered, quiet, that sort of thing. Not who I expected to be the husband of a porn star.
Right. Did you have any indication that he enjoyed pissing on his wife?
Well, I mean, the indication was that he's married to her. You figure. I'm only guessing, but if she does that in her porn life, I think that some of that spills over to real life. Even though porn stars say it doesn't, I think it starts to get blurry. So I would assume that she likes a guy who is into some interesting stuff.
Well, he mentioned that he is very much aware of what she does and what she did, and he'd rather know what his wife's doing than not know what his wife is doing.
I mean, listen, you can rationalize anything. His great line was, he turns around to Howard, he goes, listen, I know where my wife is all day. He goes, you don't know where your wife is, you don't know how many loads she's getting on her face. As if all women get loads on their face.
Now, did Sabrina pronounce Bukkake? That's what Steve Brandano told me. Is that the correct pronunciation?
I heard a
traditional pronunciation.
I heard her favorite baseball player is Carlos Beltran.
And is 2,700 loads to the face, is that a record as far as you know, Will?
Oh, definitely. 2,700 different men. I think JD is like 2,500, so he's just under.
And where do you think the office is that keeps those records?
Yeah, right. There was an actual guy. Remember, we had it was like sexualworldrecords.com, I think, is a website, and he would come bring all these girls in that were trying to break these most heinous records.
Now, do you think she enjoys it at this point, or
Yeah,
is it just
I couldn't come
going
up
to
with
work?
I think she believes she enjoys it.
Yeah, I couldn't come up with a better explanation of why. I mean, she didn't seem that damaged. Obviously, there's something going on there, but it wasn't like she was like horribly molested as a kid or she was a prostitute for a while. It just seemed like she liked the attention that she gets from it.
Now, did you guys know that bukkake was a form of Japanese punishment, as she described?
I knew it was Japanese. Because that's where we first found out about it. We used to get in the late '80s and early '90s. We used to get these bizarre Japanese porn movies that we were fascinated with. Like one of them was one of our favorite ones. And it wasn't like we liked the actual act itself, but it was funny watching this woman's walking on the beach, and suddenly, like 50 Japanese guys, surround her, and then all of a sudden, like 10 Japanese guys are carrying a giant toilet, almost like a throne, and they bring it onto the beach, and then they sit down and they all yell at her to shit into the toilet. So we've always been interested in what goes. We know that like Japan has wacky shit going on. They're a very repressed society, those Japanese.
Now, Sabrina was literally up for anything, and Teddy hit number one. At one point, Howard asked, "Is there anything that you wouldn't do?"
What won't you do? If you were allowed,
what won't I do? Okay.
Yeah. I think you're pretty much into.
Let's start with what you won't let anybody kill her yet.
Would you ever put your own fist up your own? Would you ever put your own fist up your own backside?
I've done that.
You have done that.
Yeah, I just started doing that. Actually, I was really surprised that it went up.
You pushed your whole fist.
Do that.
You're an amazing girl.
So clearly, and she later described how it compared to other things being in her ass, but to stick your fist up your own ass, that's a talent.
Well, Will had mentioned that he found out in the pre-interview that she could stick her fist up her backside and in her private parts, like one fist in one place, one fist in the other place. I actually wanted to see that. Call me kooky. It didn't turn me on, but that's almost like going to the circus. Like, you go, they tell you the man with two heads, and you go, that's not possible. They pull the curtain. Like, I wanted to see it that way.
What did you think of Sabrina, I guess, in Fabio's rules, where they drew the line? No kissing?
It is interesting that that there's. You think that in this world there's no rules, and then you find out they have rules. I like the finger rule, not because of what it meant, but just because of the hygiene aspect of it. Meaning, there's rules. There's a rule for the rule. There's no fingering, but if you do follow the rule of cutting your nails correctly and hygienically washing them, then a finger's okay.
Now, you guys book a ton of guests for this show. Did you think they had any chance of getting on Ellen or Regis on this trip in this time?
They barely had a chance of getting on here.
You got to love how naive they were about that.
Well, see, that's what I loved about her as a guest. She totally knew that she'd never get on those shows, but she found it sweet that Fabio wanted her to get on those shows, was going to make those calls. Did they say that they actually made a call? Did Fabio make the call? To
Email. Yeah. They sent emails, right?
Yep.
They probably thought, like, Regis people probably thought it was like one of those disgusting spams. They're probably having their computer scrubbed right now.
Well, did you know about the UFO sighting?
Yes, she went into great detail about how she saw this UFO and it actually chased her down the country road for a while, and she had a whole thing. I mean, she seemed to know how bizarre it sounded, but she definitely believed it.
That was another great moment. Howard goes, well, where'd you see this UFO? And she goes, well, it was a rural road in Canada. And I'm going, of course it was.
Now let's talk about that Sibian ride. What were you wearing two masks for that?
Well, as I'm running in the door, Will goes, put your mask on. She's a squirter. So
just trying to warn him.
Which I thought was really nice of you, Will.
Of course.
So I went for the mask that gave me the best coverage. And then she said, she even sort of referenced it. It was a lot of talking going on at once, and the microphones weren't all where they were supposed to be. But she did say, oh, do you have the mask on? Because I am a squirter. And I don't know if that got on mic or not. So luckily she didn't do that. But yeah, I'm always aware of that now. Fool me once.
And what did you think of the ride?
I thought the ride was one of the most amusing rides I've ever seen. I mean, I don't know how real it was. Again, not to get so graphic, but sometimes these women sit on the Sibian and sometimes they ride the Sibian. She was riding the Sibian. She was like really like rubbing up against it, moving back and forth. But from an audible point of view, it was one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my fucking life.
And at the end, why did Fabio tell Howard to back off? What happened during that?
I didn't see.
We were trying to figure it out. I mean, his mood definitely changed after the Sibian ride. He got more defensive and was like, all right, stay away from my girl type attitude.
Yeah, I almost felt like it was my fault, like she busted a nut while I was turning the knob, but I didn't have anything to do with it. I mean, to be quite honest with you, I turned it up full tilt about 20 seconds in, just sort of put it down.
Just floored it?
I floored exactly. I was doing donuts in the parking lot.
And it didn't break any of the rules. I mean, they were clear about the rules early on. So,
But I wonder if he's ever seen, like, say she really did, like, you know, I don't know, what do you call it, bust a nut, blow it, whatever. Say she came. You know, I wonder if he's ever been that close and seen it, even though it's not under the guy. It must be weird to see it when he's not in charge of it in front of a room full of guys.
I guess so. He was upset. Chris in New York, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How are you?
Good, Chris. How you doing?
You know what you were just talking about? It's funny because that's what I was thinking. He put up his hand at Howard because maybe he's feeling a little jealous of the Sybian. I mean, maybe that was authentic, that she was really getting off on it. I mean, I think it was definitely one of the better sounding Sybian rides that you guys have had on the show.
You should have seen it.
Looked like an exorcism. Right, it was pretty wild.
The one thing I'll have to say, like Will and I have a lot of indicators, which I didn't see on her, which is, you know, the shaky arms and the quivering lip and stuff like that. But when she stood up, she was wobbly.
And she was teary-eyed, too. Like, she had been crying, I think, a little bit.
The Sybian fucked her so hard she cried?
Yeah.